thank God that the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in there. Oh man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Looking for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have them yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
Whispers in the air, a new console is here. Mark Cerny's in the building, ready to make it clear. SSDs blazing, loading times are a breeze. PS5 Pro, taking gaming to the next degree. Graphics in 4K, colors pop like a dream. Ray tracing in action, it's a whole new scene. Resolution scaling, bringing visuals to life. Mark Cerny's got the passion, he's ready to ignite. From speedy loading screens to the virtual worlds, PS5 Pro, the power unfurls, unleashing speeds that you've never seen. Mark Cerny's got it covered, he's a tech machine. Over time, but here comes Mark Cerny with his tech game strong. Gonna burn down Xbox, through PlayStation's King Kong. Mark coming to fulfill with the PS5 Pro in hand, flexing that power, gonna make the stand. Feel running scared, he's got no innovation on his side. Gonna show what Xbox don't got, still taking us on a ride. Graphics in 4K, colors pop like a dream. Ray tracing in action, it's a whole new scene. Resolution scaling, bringing visuals to life. Mark Cerny, checkered shirt, ready to throw down. PS5 Pro, gonna take the gaming crown. Phil Spencer, stuttering like Satcha. Hona, hona. PS5 Pro on fire, gonna bring the fun. Unstop the tech, cutting edge and advance with the power of the PS5. Gonna make you dance. Feel sweating bullets, can't keep up the pace. Cerny shows no mercy. Game over, he got this race. dog Cerny is ready to begin.
Yo, grinders, what's up? How you doing? Just a little bit of a technical difficulties. I just want to keep everybody waiting. No. Dude, my mute was on. Ah, damn. They got me. Trying to mute me. Trying to mute the Gaming Grindhouse. Dude, we're open. We are open. I had such an awesome transition, too. Damn it. There it is. Yo. Yep. So we are back. Gaming Grindhouse is open. Hopefully you checked out the show from Friday. It was a banger of a show. Had a good gaming thing on Friday, Grinds Bite, and then had a killer show last Sunday because Monday was a holiday over here in the US of A. But shout out to everybody coming on in here. Hit that like button. Dude, we are going to have a hell of a week this week, and it's starting right here, right now with the Gaming Grindhouse. We are on our way to 3K. That's right, just 80 subscribers away from 3,000, and it's going to be something good. I'm thinking about something big. We're going to do a 3K, and we're going to be big. Also, shout out to our good old Ron M for 10 Gaming Grindhouse VIPs in the house. Got to be there with your martini, pinky rings on, drinking the tequilas, serving in the VIP lounge. Thank you, Ron M. 10 Gaming Grindhouse memberships. That means we are about 5 away from the new emoji of the Xbox Ninjas. It will be sweet to get that Xbox Ninja emoji coming on in the house. So thank you, Ron M. We are just about there to get the next Gaming Grindhouse emoji, number 16, 17. But man, the road to 3K subscribers, a new emoji coming in, and it all starts to this week is going to be crazy. And the music that you've been listening to that we get in here, the Ultimate Gaming Grinders have been rocking out those tunes. And you think that song, I made that today? No. Gaming Grinders, Ultimate Grinders had that song months ago. I just released it today for everybody, for the public to consume because it is awesome. But Grinds Pass is in full effect. And Ultimate Grinders get all music day one, playlist and all, and a whole bunch of songs unreleased, but trickle them down as they applicable. But the Ultimate Grinders are rocking to those tunes in the playlist there, and more coming their way. I got 3 more coming this week. It's gonna be wild. Let's get that emoji, man. Yo said, oh damn, dude, I'll refresh it at the end of the show and we'll get that emoji in here. Hopefully that's what YouTube needs. YouTube keeps asking for more. I'm delivering it. What's up, Dog Zone? Thank you, Maniolas, with the 5 VIPs. Welcome Kevin George in the house. Crosshairs in the house. Squeezy in there. Yo, if you're new, hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss these shows. Hit that notification because I go live during the week sometimes, and this week's going to be wild. So definitely keep it locked here at Gaming Grindhouse. We got music, entertainment, gaming news, skits, emojis. I can't think of it all. It's entertaining as hell because guess what? I entertain myself. So if I'm having a good time, I'm assuming everybody else in the Grindhouse is having a good time as well. Shout out to Mr. Tennis, Wild Wolf. PC X-Hawk is in the house. PC Meta X-Hawk in the house. He's all hyped up for the PS5 Pro. He was telling me earlier today in private DMs. Oh, shit.
I can go directly to Black.
Anyway, Robert Lawrence, Dog Zone, damn good. That's right, damn good is in here. The Unknown, Yo, Damn Good says the cap is strong. Guess we forgot about Concord. No, man, I did a whole show on Concord. And when you talk about Concord here at the Gaming Grindhouse, it's Concord. That's what it is. Concord. I called it Concord, pulling the plug. But yeah, dude, Sony with the flex, dude. They made sure everybody forgot about Concord, even themselves, real quick. They're like, yep, pull that shit. We got and I said this on my show. AstroBot weekend, PS5 Pro announcement this week. Dude, they can't have that black eye. They made everybody forget about it. Them too. Richard Farmer in the house. Josh Ayers, how you doing? True Virgil's here. Hey, here is.
I can go.
Yeah, True Virgil, the nut man himself. He knows about the Herman nuts, quality nuts. Maybe it'll rub off this time on the PS5 Pro. There he goes. Crosshairs in there in the house. Rumble, JP Loco, Dylan Lafferty in the house. Outside Gaming Night, road to 3K. You're damn right. That's right. Maniolas, shout out to you for another 5 VIPs. Oh, man. Who else we got here? Mary Wilcox, Diablo Dark Matter, Zero Steel, Josh Ayers, Steven, Satya, the whole slate, Nadella. Oh, damn. Yo, Daniel Jones. Oh, shit. We don't talk about that piece of trash. That's a trash show for another day. That guy, I told you, I couldn't even watch the Hard Knocks on the Giants, man. That was some horse shit. Impatient Fire, how you doing? Bit rate. And it's such the, don't get me on rant about the Giants, but it's such the Giants to have typical Saquon Barkley gets 3 touchdowns, and Daniel Jones can't even throw a goddamn ball. Get that. And they scored no touchdowns. Please. Typical Giants. That whole management needs to go. Talk about management. They run by fucking Xbox management over there, that piece of shit. Company over there, the Giants front office. They're the back ass office. That's what they should be. Terrence, what's going on? Jay Mitchells, how you doing? Ryan, man, PC Hawk is going wild. He's really excited for the Pro. Delta Victor Bravo in the house. How you doing? Man, shout out to all the VIPs, man. This wall is growing. I got to add another whole ass column now. But thank you again for all the VIPs. We're just over 200. And then we got our platinums. I'm going to update the platinums. True Virgil hanging low. Quality nuts right there. Herman Holtz rubbing off on them. And we're going to have to update the platinum and golden grinders. We have people here for over 2 years. It's insane. In 2 years, absolutely awesome VIPs. And the 1 year is even more so incredible. And everybody that's coming on in there. And then we got our ultimate jamming, ultimate grinders, which they have been jamming to all the music. And we got a whole bunch of stuff coming their way for brand new music every week for the ultimate grinder. So shout out to all of them. Thank you for all your support. Shout out to all the VIPs in the house. Now, you can see I didn't put a tons of topics here because we're not talking about too much. We got a few things to talk about. We're going to talk about in depth. That's what I'm going to do. The wall holding up the grindhouse. That's right, Josh. That is right. So, yep, we're on the road 3K. Oh, damn. Neil said help. Yes. And that's another game. You know, Warhammer also incredible. But I talked about it on Friday. But Warhammer, I'm enjoying the hell out of that. I'm about halfway through the campaign. Playing that. I'm playing on PC. I saw that, the PlayStation had a little bit of performance issues, but I had the credit on the PC. I was like, let me go try get it with some CD keys in there and rocking that shit. So I played that on there. Plus I wanted to kind of use my setup here to try to stream easier this way because my other setup was messing up for streaming wise. So but yeah, I really like it. Warhammer is really good. It is a fun game. It is a complete game too, and I think that's been the motif this week. It's about how like the Concord chasing that service type thing and this multiplayer type thing, and then you have a game like Warhammer that comes out that has a full-fledged competitive multiplayer, a co-op campaign, and then it has the PvE side mission type things as well in co-op, and just an all-one package. And it runs well and it's great. Like that's something that is really awesome. And then you have that game AstroBot, which an ode to like platformers and just video games and with just making a great game. Quality is insane. So let's start with the AstroBot impression. So I played about 4 hours of AstroBot. I got my AstroBot controller and I did the unboxing on Friday because it showed up on Friday. I was able to get AstroBot later that day, and I played tons of it. And I've been fighting with my kids to play that game. They want to play it. I want to play it. I said, start your own profile. You're not playing on mine. Because I want all the charm.
You're my number one
game.
Customer.
And that's the thing that really resonates with AstroBot because it's not just a very a very cool platformer, but the details in the environments, the physics, it really is. Yes, same thing. The Coup 1985. Yeah, definitely. The DualSense does work with Warhammer, but in AstroBot, dude, the details of the environments, like you just can't wait to go visit a new environment because the physics. Like I was in that what is it? The ice cream land. Dude, the way you could just move the sprinkles around and then the physics of the balloon when you're doing that stuff, like it is really crazy of how much detail they've put in the game. Yeah, it is awesome for the Portal as well. I totally agree. Because and I didn't even get into the DualSense stuff, but just the game itself, the charm that they have in there, like it's just so much. And I'm a physics nut. I love when things move and interact as if they were in real life, like how that would work. And I have to say, they have really took it out, blown it out of the out really awesome. Like they really took it to the next level. And just the graphics, the sharpness of it. All those things really, like even he gets wet when he falls in water and things like that. Like he gets shinier, which is pretty crazy how all that stuff happens. And it just really takes you aback that there's so much detail in this kind of kiddie looking game. And the odes to their history, their PlayStation IP, their history of some games that not even originally PlayStation IP, but they got their own, just a simple thing of saving your crew, and the crew members are of the IP, and you've seen some of them, dude. I know Richard Farm. I'm trying not to spoil the game, just giving my impressions of it. But it's so fun to go discover and find where they are, and they're hiding. And because the maps have so much depth to them, and there's so many little things that are kind of physics driven and just things that make sense, like knocking down the trees, and all of a sudden all these hundreds of acorns come flying down with everything with individual physics that you could just mess around with. And you want to find all your crew members, and they got them labeled as PlayStation crew, so you want to see who they are. And then when you go to your main world where your ship is crashed, it basically turns into a Pikmin element where you could get into certain places depending on how many crew members you access. And you could call them, you could whistle, and they all follow you, and they help you unlock things on your home map, such as a gotcha machine where you can unlock kind of all these different, you unlock different accessories for the people that you're rescuing. So like Ratchet, you could unlock Clank, and then when he's there, he'll hang out in your area, and you could smack him, and they'll have different animations based off of the accessories that they have, and they'll be doing different things based on the accessory. Like it really is an ode to just so much charm and smiles. Like you do have these like crazy smiles. Like, dude, this is freaking hilarious. This is awesome. And there's a challenging platforming elements, and then there's so many different things, and the ability for him to get different interactive weapons or abilities based on the level. It's almost akin to like what they were doing with Sackboy's Adventures, where you'll get a sort of an ability that you would use to the level to help you unlock things and things like that. And there's like 6 worlds, or 5-6 worlds. There's another world you can unlock, and in the worlds, things open up as you're going through them. Like you'll see something floating around in space, and then I will go hit it, and it's like a secret level that'll have a bot that I have to save. So not only do you get like 4 or 5 worlds inside the galaxy, but then there are alternate worlds that show up, and everything interacts. That controller, like when you're going in, you could just move the controller around, and it actually moves with the game as you're flying into the level. And some levels, actually, there are actually little like secrets and ways to get some coins and things like that. So controlling the entry into the planet is sort of like a mini game in that as well. There's just so many little things, and it looks friggin' awesome. The colors pop, the clarity, like it is awesome. Dude, when you save somebody and they're in the controller and you could like shake them and throw them in the air and you could actually close the top lid on them and then you could hear them in the controller. Dude, that's been like a classic AstroBot thing since like the back in the DualSense, like the DualShock 4. It is so cool. And you like see you could shake them around inside the controller and throw them in the air and you could flip the top closed and you could just hold them in that stuff. It's just little things, dude. It's little shit, but it's so friggin' interactive. And that's the main thing with this game. It's not just the platforming and the charm and the graphics and the ode to the PlayStation history and characters, but
you're my #1 customer.
The immersion that's done with the sound and with your DualSense. It's insane. You really feel like you're taken back to like those arcades where, if you remember, like those driving arcades or shooting arcades, or when you get put into, you know, light gun game or something, you just like get that immersion. Or if you remember back in the day where it was pinball machines that will blow a fan on you, that Tornado Alley type game, or you go into one of these like Luigi's Mansion interactive things at Dave and Buster's and you're sitting there and the flashlight turns on, or the light starts flashing in the little interactive room. It gives you that kind of interaction with that controller that you feel like you're back in the old arcades where you're like, dude, this is crazy. Like I'm immersed into it. You could feel everything. And when you're walking in the snow and the sand, every little thing moves, the snow, the sand, and it adds to the element of trying to unlock things. Like you move the snow out of the way to reveal something at the bottom. So not only it is the physics of you walking through the snow there, but using something to sweep away the snow to reveal the a hole in the ground, a secret that you go into that reveals another galaxy or another bot, something like that you have to save. It's really awesome in that stuff. So it's not just a gimmick in the sense that, you know, oh wow, look, the sand moves when he walks, but it's actually a gameplay element because it's covering up secrets. And there's an Xbox ad in the middle of the gameplay that is glorious. Good job.
I can go directly to blackness.
Oh, damn. Yeah, Xbox, keep going. They advertise. There they go. But, man, it's just such an awesome, awesome game. And I'm about 4 hours in, and I am just loving every bit of it and just wanting to explore everything. Like, see how you have that little, see how you have this little, like, charm up there as a hint? That means that character is a PlayStation character or something from like a character of highlight. And then that character has accessories that you're going to go do. But it's just such a cool game. And what's insane is that, what was like 60 people made this thing? 4 years or something like that. And we didn't even know its existence until like, you know, 5-6 months ago. And something like this just comes out like this, polished as can be, charming as can be, potential game of the year, rating of a 94. And it's just an amazing platformer that just does all those things that, same thing like when I was on playing Super Mario's and stuff like that. Like when they do their gameplay things and you just smile, you're like, oh man, this is so cool. Super Mario Wonder was doing that. And I really enjoyed that because each level was like that. And what's crazy is that Sony was able to do this and not only just do it with their character, but then celebrate their legacy and their access, dude. And they're like, you're flying in a PS5. The PS5 is the mothership. The friggin' PS5 is the mothership. The controller that I had in my hand is his little spaceship. Dude, even the craziest thing of buying this friggin' AstroBot controller, the fact that they modeled it button to button, exactly the design, playing the game and seeing that controller in the game as you're holding it in your hand, and it's crazy. It was total immersion. I'm just like, dude, and you know I'm crazy with immersion. I play on a goddamn Grinds theater. JP Logo, I'm gonna get you super chats. Definitely, man. Sorry about that. But I play on the friggin' Grinds theater. I just want to get the AstroBot stuff. Like I just recalling my experiences with it. I'll get him. I don't want to feel I'm leaving you out, man. I appreciate it. But using the controller that I have in my hand that's mirrored exactly in the game, the AstroBot controller. And I'm going to tell you one thing too. That AstroBot controller, when it's on and the blue lights are on the side, dude, I swear the friggin' eyes should be moving. Like, I'm like, dude, these eyes should be blinking. They blink in the game. It's crazy. They blink in the game. And I'm like, oh my God, like, this freaking controller. And it's just, and then another thing is the speaker and the control. If you remember, there was an update to the DualSense controller that made the speaker louder and the microphone clearer. The speaker on the controller, I recommend. I'm torn between playing with headphones and playing without headphones, and I would say this may be a game that you play without headphones on. If you have a surround sound theater, but the details that are coming out of the controller, it is so loud and it makes it so present. And what's crazy is similar to what they did at Horizon, where you hear it on the controller, but then you hear the tail end of it, or the distance is actually the TV. So if something's closer to you, you hear it on the controller, but if it's further away, you hear it on the TV. And it gives you that dimension, that fourth dimension, which is pretty crazy. Like, you don't get, it's not just traditional sound, surround sound. It makes you feel the distance because you're hearing it at a distance. It's not simulated. It's coming from something in front of you in your control, which is loud and clear. It's not tinny. It's clear and loud. Like, dude, that thing is loud. And you hear the sounds, the steps and the footprints and all the blow up and explosions. And then you hear it in the distance on your TV, further away from you. Or something starts at the controller and ends at the TV. They've done such a crazy way with that speaker in there. It's another element of sound. So I said the immersion of this game. It's not just somebody, you're just looking at this game going, oh yeah, you're jumping around and doing this stuff. But the level of immersion, and works with the hardware, the software, and then the IP and the gameplay. It all comes together like peanut butter and friggin' jelly. It's wild. So it's not just see the game and the game for what it is, but it's the elements of the game with sound and interaction and utilization of the PS5 hardware. And I'm not saying the power of the teraflops or the horse shit like that. I'm talking about the friggin' controller. The rumbling, the interactivity, the moving of the controller to unlock things or to move things around. The controller stuck in the sand. You actually have to take the controller and shake it and move it around to get it out of the sand. And you feel the resistance as you're doing it, and you feel the sand coming off of it. It's crazy. It's friggin' insane. And it brought me back to when the PS5 launched, and I was like showing this. It's like, yo, you hand this controller to somebody. It's like, let me do it. This is insane. Like, wow, holy crap. It's not just rumble. Like, it affects things and it immerses you with the sound and the DualSense. Like, it's crazy. So it's not just the game itself, but it's that fourth dimension of immersion. And that's something that was unique to this generation. And AstroBot that came with the PS5 delivered it. But dude, this really delivers it. They have taken it to the 11th level with this thing. Like, it's crazy. The stuff that you can do. Like, you want to unlock everything. You want to explore the world. Like, you don't want to just speed run through it. You want to, like, let me walk around on that tree over there and feel and see the leaves fall off. Well, let me take these leaves right here and use my spin move and just blow the leaves out of the way. It's crazy. So it's that level with the DualSense. And this is the thing of when you make first-party hardware and first-party software and it works together. And I'm not an Apple fan, but these are the kind of things of like what Apple does so successfully with its software and hardware. And this is the advantage of having a first party and not a third party that's like, oh, we'll just tack on some, Rumble and stuff like that on the DualSense. That's good. And then, we'll make it work with all the control. No, like, this is the way to play this game with the DualSense on the PlayStation. Like, you're not going to hook up some sort of generic USB controller and play this game because you're missing an element of the game if you play with any other controller. And that's the thing. Let me get the JP Loco stuff. Let me get JP Loco, man. Thanks again, JP Loco. He says, AstroBot and the PS5 Pro got bots up in here crying some more, but they always crying about PlayStation's constantly whooping them Xbox cheeks like always. Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to the Pro, but yeah, the thing is that it has been a 1-2 punch, and like I said on Friday, you respond with games. If Concord did what it did and, take it on the chin, and now there's nothing until the next 6 months, and all you're talking about is Concord, you're in a Redfall situation that Phil was in, and basically just dragged it out and you respond with games. And that's why they did that thing with Concord. They're like, pull that thing. We don't want this thing out there bringing any kind of negativity, because we have a successful game here, and we have messaging now to try to sell people another console. So we need that messaging to be quality and crystal clear. And we cannot have a game out there that nobody wants and nobody's playing. And every time we announce anything, it's going to get all this hate. And that's what it's been getting. So we're just going to pull it. Nobody wanted it. We misread the room, and they misread the marketing as well. And they just said it doesn't exist. So that's what they did. But they knew that they had this stuff, and they could not have that black eye there. But that's what you do, respond with games. And that's how easy. And that's how easy when you get gamers. Like, gamers could hate you on Monday, and they'll be a ultimate fan on a Tuesday if you give them the quality and the things that they want, and you can respond. Maybe you lose some, but you're most likely going to win them back when you deliver games. Say, yep, bad on us. We'll refund you. Never existed. Sorry about that. Check this out. Oh, and by the way, we're about to cook right now, and here's our recipe, and here's what we're cooking. And that's where they're on right now. And it's going to be a hell of a month. Supposedly. Hip Hop Gamer said so. He's been calling it. JP Logo, another 5. He goes, Phil and Xbox are loving AstroBot. Saw some Xbox already port begging. Of course, dude. Of course. They've been yelling for Banjo, dude, for the longest time. And they even did Banjo dirty with nuts and bolts. Balls and ass. Whatever the hell they gave it. Dude, it wasn't even a freaking Banjo game. They tried to make it as a car building game. They didn't even give Banjo the proper sequel that it needed after Banjo-Tooie. And they have platformers. They have Banjo. They had Psychonauts 2. That came out. That was well. But again, Psychonauts 2 was in a long development thing. And you saw the whole Matt Booty going over there, Psychonauts 2, man. You saw what he did. You saw what the Booty did. He shit up the place when they started getting owned by them. But I showed that whole documentary, parts of it, about how Microsoft handled Psychonauts 2 and that whole thing, and how uncertain everything was going on. And Booty scrapped everybody's original ideas, going, no, they got to come through my booty hole. Microsoft has to approve you. You can't work on independent projects anymore. We own you. Do you remember when Booty talked that shit? I remember when Booty talked that shit. That's exactly what they went into. Instead of flourishing and saying, you guys made great Psychonauts, let's make more platforms or more things. You're working on independent stuff. Matt Booty went in there talking that shit, and he was just like, yeah, no more side hustling, no more making games on the side, no more creative stuff. It has to go through us. Booty said it. Booty hole. And then he pulled out the guitar, and he's like,
That Booty Blues probably has gone cold, and you made Xbox lose their way with
with reverb, actually.
Stinky tears and spreading the trash finger strikes again.
He pulled out the guitar and did the Matt Booty Blues. But remember, he went over there and pulled the plug on things. But they have the franchise. And this is the thing. And it irks them so much because, and this is unfortunately, what's crazy is that, and this is not in a mean kind of like, this is not in a meanful way, but they want what Sony and Nintendo have. They've always done it. As an Xbox fan, as a person that still likes Xbox, I just hate the whole company that's running the show. But Xbox, what it was, they could have, if they put their heart and mind to it and really want to deliver for gamers, they can do it. But the problem is that they got to go through other means, Stutter and Satya and friends, and they got their own vision and messaging, and gaming is in it. They just want to be part of the conversation, but not actually leading it with quality games. And Sony and Nintendo have that. And as an Xbox fan, you thought that Microsoft was the third wheel of the trinity of gaming and that they can do it. And they have proven this generation and the end of last generation that they don't give a shit. They just want to just disrupt the market for them. And all they care about is how we could promote cloud. They don't care about what would quality games do to bring back the fans. They don't care. They get the couple of fans at FanFest to wipe their ass and tattoo themselves on their bodies and shake hands and you know, kiss babies and hug grandmas and all this other crap. But that's what they do. That's just like the people that'll never leave. Like, I see people, the other thing that kind of irks me too, it's like people like, hey, if Xbox gets out of gaming, I'm done with gaming. And I'm like, what? What are we doing here? I'm like, are you serious? Because that is actually ludicrous. Not the musician. That is ludicrous. You mean if Xbox, dude, they've been done, so you should be done with gaming. It's crazy. How the hell? If Xbox, what have they offered you? It's insane. I heard people say it. I'm like, what? Dude, you're missing the whole show. Are you really like games? Do you really like games? Or do you like the idea of Xbox and Phil Spencer? And this bullshit community that should be around gaming, not just like people grab assing. Like, come on. You're out of gaming? If Xbox stopped me, dude, they've been done. And that's why maybe some people hold on to Xbox so much, because they know that once if Xbox does go away, they have nothing to latch onto. And it's like, latch onto the games, man. What are you talking about? There's so many games out there. And open your mind. Play them on the other platforms. And the fact is that if those guys got to play AstroBot, Microsoft has failed already. Oh, I play on everything. Yeah, that's wonderful. But guess what? You play on everything because Xbox is not delivering. That's why you play on everything. Because trust me, when I had the 360, when Xbox was firing on all cylinders, I didn't need anything else. I was satisfied. I got my arcade games. I had my Gears. I had my Halo. I had online. I was good. There was no like need for me to run out and go get a PlayStation. But then when PlayStation started having games and Microsoft started showing me Connectimals, I was like, and give me Gears Judgment. And I'm like, maybe this is not right now for me. And I played God of War and Uncharted 2, and I'm like, oh shit, oh shit. Now I'm not missing out on this. But that's the point. If Xbox was delivering your needs and everything that you wanted, you wouldn't need a PlayStation. But they're not. So you got to go get that PlayStation. You got to play on everything. You got to. And what's crazy is like, how can you hype up Xbox so much when you have a PlayStation sitting right there and you're playing these kind of games? That's the thing. Like if I had an Xbox and a PlayStation sitting next to each other and I booted up this game playing on PlayStation, I would look at my Xbox going,
Like a blind man at an orgy, I was going to have to feel things out.
Like, really? Xbox, anything? Twisted Sin, member for 27 months. He goes, it's Twitter, Jez. It's all a cesspool. I agree, Twisted Sin. All they want to do is clout chase. It's really annoying. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, you know, how do you, like, I don't understand that. Like, how do you play something like this with the immersion of the controller and then just turn and go like, oh yeah, let me hype up my Xbox? If anything, this should make you scratch your head and go, Phil, we need some answers. That's what I would say. It wouldn't make me reinforce my love for Xbox. It'll make me go like, yo, excuse me. Where's your version of this stuff to celebrate all that 20-something years of IP? You destroyed it all, but it is what it is. And that's the other thing. Like, this game embraces their IP. It's really interesting. It's incredible how they integrated it and really told the story. And what's insane is that, again, I don't have this huge legacy with PlayStation. I had PlayStation 1, had a little bit of PlayStation 2. I skipped over pretty much the whole PlayStation 2. But, things like the multi-tap, all these random ass little accessories are all hidden in this game, and they have functionality, and it's crazy. And similar to what they did with the first game, where they've used their hardware, their legacy, to kind of gamify it. It's so crazy how they've done that. Like, you're in a PS5. You're using the controller as a little, jet ship to go around, flying the controller with pressing the triggers for each of the thrusters. It's done so creatively and subtly and charming, and really is a really cool game. It's cool. Like, it's really cool. It puts a smile on your face. It's like, oh, like, that's crazy how they do. And then they do the little dances and stuff like that. It's really cool. And knowing that we didn't even know about this, and this is what they put together. Oh, you missed it. What they put together, and then knowing that they're cooking, and we'll be seeing that soon, makes it even more exciting. Going, dude, we didn't even know about this. This is supposed to be PlayStation's off year. This was supposed to be PlayStation's off year. This is supposed to be Xbox's year. It's so cool. But I definitely recommend it. And another crazy thing, too, is Wukong, and I said this last week, Wukong, AstroBot, $60. $60. Interesting. I won't get into my Grindhouse predictions, Mr. Tennis. I'll get into them. But yeah, and that's with anything. People are going to try to be like, hey, Xbox, where's yours? And things like that. But they don't have anything right now. They got Janky Jones, which they're going to show more of. And by the way, talking about Xbox, apparently they are going to Tokyo Game Show.
25. It's coming.
They're going to Tokyo Game Show. And guess who's coming with them? Oh, and Activision's coming, and Bethesda's coming, and they're all going to Tokyo Game Show. I don't know if Sony's saying they're going to Tokyo Game Show. Microsoft's like, we got to go there too. I do recall the last thing that they did at Tokyo Game Show. Remember when Microsoft went to Tokyo Game Show? Grinders, you remember? I showed it here before. Remember? Game show with you remember? Just 2 years ago. Phil Spencer at Tokyo Game Show.
すごく今の状況っていうのは追い風になると思ってます。で、具体的に言うと、今まですごくボリューミーなゲームがたくさんやっぱり出てたんですけど、サブスクリプションになっていろんなゲームが定額で遊べるようになるっていうことの中で、短いんだけどすごくユニークなっていうゲームを遊びたいっていうお客さんもいっぱいいると思います。ゲーム以外にもインスタだったりフェイスブックだったりいろんなっていうコンテンツ、LINE だったり日本だったりでスマホのゲームソーシャルゲームもいっぱいあるし、そんな中で時間がなくなっている。でそこにおいて、短い時間でもすごい個性的なゲームをちょっとつまんで遊びたいっていうお客様いっぱいいて、その中でタンゴは今後より新しくて尖ったゲームを若手中心で作っていくっていうことに対しては非常に魅力的なマーケットになってきたというふうに思ってます。
I think that's really interesting.
Fucking Phil Smith. Okay. Phil's like, read the script. Tell them about subscriptions, Tango. Tell them that they're great for gaming. Tell them that they're great for gaming. Read the script. Let's see what Phil had to say.
Is that a deal?
No, I keep losing at deals, and I don't want to make a deal anymore. I am leaving, and you can't stop me. I'm packing my bags. Very calm day until this. A bump in the road comes, and she's be sarcastic. I won't be coming back until Saturday when you leave. She's going to try to stop me, but she can't run in those little high heels. Never see this face again.
It never gets old. Every time I play it, it looks like he's really saying that shit. Oh! Oh, man. He had a lot to say that day. He had a lot to say. He had a lot to say. He was having a very... Hit that friggin' like button, grinders. Dude, it just looks like more and more that he's saying that stuff. That's exactly what he said. I had the interpretations right here. Get it, Phil. Tell us about. He's like, yeah. Watch what Phil really. This is what he really said. It doesn't. That's what he said in court. That's right, Josh. That's exactly what he said in court. That was quoted. I have the audio from the official capture of that, and that's what Phil said.
Interesting. One of the things you and I have talked about is the importance of young people in our industry, bringing new voices onto our creative teams, hearing from a new generation of creators. And I know you've been doing a lot of work, not only in the industry, but also at Tango to create opportunities for young creators in the Japanese market. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, man, Phil, not like this. Not like this. Oh, my God. Not like this, Phil. Those are the people that you let go.
そこも新しいディレクターがチャレンジを今やってる最中です。非常にみんなは
Of all things, like tell us about how you're bringing in new people into the studio, which I'm going to probably let go in a year and a half.
若くてエネルギッシュ
This
で
is Phil
才
going
能
to
があっ
Tang-
て
this is Phil going to Tokyo Game Show.
すごくいっぱい持ってます。じゃあ僕から質問なんですけど、日本のマーケットでっていう Xbox っていうところは、まあ長い歴史の中で、結構大きなアップダウンっていうのがあったと思うんですけど、今後の日本の市場に対して、どう思っているのか、そしてどうやって、盛り上げていくのかっていうことを実際に聞いてみたいです。お願いします。
Yeah, thanks for the question. The Tokyo Game Show is an important part of our commitment to the Japanese market and the Asia region overall.
Oh, shit.
You know, it's honored to support the show and our Japanese partners. We're working with Japanese publishers every single day to increase our lineup of Japanese games on Xbox. We know it's really important to fans and customers on Xbox. We've also had more than 100 titles in Game Pass from partners in Japan. And it's really helped the Xbox community find games that maybe they haven't played in the past through an easy mechanism. But it's not just about big developers. We now have more than 200 independent Japanese developers in our ID at Xbox program, which really highlights the most creative.
Oh, you mean those people that don't respond to emails? The ID at Xbox. That's all I think about is the ID at Xbox program. I think it's an official AI mailbox. That's what I think it is.
You're my #1 customer.
I think it is an official AI mailbox. I think that it doesn't respond to anybody. They got Xbox Skip on them. Skip. Nobody respond to emails.
Skip. Yeah.
Somebody better answer that mailbox.
Simple as that.
Skip.
Somebody better answer that mailbox, Phil. That ID at Xbox run by AI. Yo, M's Odyssey with a 5. He goes, King Thresh documentary is right. It's East versus West when it comes to gaming because the belittling Microsoft emails about PlayStation and Nintendo during the ABK court trials. Yeah, M's, that's the other thing. Like, it has really been a crazy representation. Thank you again for the super chat of basically Asian influence, like in these games like Stellar Blade, Grand Blue Fantasy, Wukong, like, and now Studio Japan making Asobi making AstroBot. Like, it's really almost like how Nintendo of 85 was like coming in and going, yo, Atari, you mess shit up. ET's in a hole face down, ass up somewhere. Let's show you what you do with the seal of Nintendo quality. And we're going to come save the video game business with our quality seal. And Nintendo came and rebooted this. Otherwise, we wouldn't been playing games anymore. Because Atari threw that shit in the ground with their lack of quality, with bootleg Pac-Man and all that other stuff. And Nintendo showed how it was done. And now we're kind of in that same thing. Like, you know, the West is kind of, you know, here and they're trying to just monetize and funnel and do all this kind of like, you know, slot machine type of stuff. And it's money's the primary thing. And it's like, dude, the money will come if you make the games worth spending on. That's the problem. Like, the quality and stuff and the tropes are so apparent now that you're not even hiding them in a good game. These things now are so apparent. People just see it and go, oh, yeah, okay, well, I'm going to buy this and get this thing. Okay, so there's like, it just becomes second nature now. People see right through the bull. Like, you're not even doing it with a good game. Instead, what you're doing is just throwing all these tropes at a wall and seeing what sticks. Sony's guilty of it too, trying to adapt to this shit. And they fuck around and found out with Concord. There you go. You can't just throw shit in the wall and see what sticks. You can't do it. And that wasn't even egregious microtransactions. It actually was lacking microtransactions in the sense of battle passes and stuff. But still, that service conundrum has that negativity to it. Just like with loot boxes and all that other shit. That, oh, they had to come out and be like, loot boxes don't exist anymore. Remember, EA drove that loot box shit into the ground. Microsoft, what about all those? Remember those online codes if you bought a game used and you need to pay for an online pass? Remember that shit? Remember everybody trying to make money on online? Like, oh, well, if you buy the game used, you got to not only pay to play online, but you got to buy an online pass to play it. Just make a fucking game, dude. Just make a game. Stop with all this extra bullshit. Because this extra stuff to try to weasel money out of us is becoming more and more apparent, and people are standing up against it. And it's like, just make a complete game. Stellar Blade, pacing incredible. Boom, done. Thank you. Just do it. And right, I didn't see the documentary yet, but we kind of seen that this year with this stuff. And thanks for the super chat. JP Logo with the 5 goes, Phil spends way too much time talking instead of trying to help devs get their games to run on Trashbox Series S. Yeah, that Entrania needed to contact, had the community was expressing how nobody's answering them. And Phil and team had it, like, Phil was over in Gamescom talking out his ass.
#1 customer.
Over there, talking to Gamescom. He was talking, then he went to PAX East to do story time. Meanwhile, these devs were on Twitter explaining like, yo, nobody responded to our ID at Xbox. We're not putting this shit on Xbox. And then after all this crying, then Phil comes, oh, Phil saved us. Get the hell out of here. It wouldn't have been an issue if Phil didn't fuck up in the first time, please. You know? Phil shits on your lawn, and then people complain, and he's like, I picked it up. I'm a savior. It's like, Phil, you took the shit. Oh, damn, pause on that one. JP Logo with the 5, he goes, Xbox to reveal an Xbox toilet at TGS where bots say, we're number 2. We're number 2. Yeah, that's right. You don't know, they're 4th or 5th. I don't even know what the hell that is. They're not even a number 2. They got them 4th or 5th. That's what Satya said. That was a quote. He's like, what are we, 4th or 5th? Shit. Then what's crazy, and I'm trying to find the article. If you got the link, I was trying to find this interesting thing about them going to Tokyo Game Show. When he did this fireside chat with Mikami-san. And Mikami actually came out this past week. Was it last week? And I forgot to cover it last week. But he was saying how he thought that Tango Gameworks was going to be fine after Hi-Fi Rush. He said, after Hi-Fi Rush, I thought that, hey, I've set them on a path for success. Hi-Fi Rush, they just continue to work on Hi-Fi Rush. So, like, he left after Hi-Fi Rush. And let me just say, like, that's why he was very surprised. Like, he's like, as long as they keep working. Yeah, here it is. I found the article. So Shinge thought that Tango Gameworks would be safe from closure if they made Hi-Fi Rush games. So basically what he was saying was that he thought that, hold on, let's get rid of these ads here so you see. He goes, quote, Shinge Mikami found, and this is what I wanted to bring up from last week, and then you hear Phil's interview there, right? Founder of Tango Gameworks thought that the studio would be safe as, quote, he said this, quote, safe as long as they continue to make Hi-Fi Rush games. So basically he left after Hi-Fi Rush. Like, he kind of like passed the torch. Like, guys, here's the keys to success. Work on Hi-Fi Rush. I'm going to go do something else. But this is, I kind of set you up with Hi-Fi Rush. He said, as long as they continue to make those games. Mikami was asked about the studio's closure by Microsoft earlier this year. He goes, quote, I had thought the studio would be safe as long as they continue to make Hi-Fi Rush games. That's one of the reasons I left Tango. So I was surprised when the studio was closed down. Huh. Oh, Shinge. I'm sorry. Not Shinji. Shinge. Thank you, Mod. Sorry about that. I'm a little off with that. Thank you, Shinge. But yeah, he left thinking that he set him up for success. That's why he left. He's like, guys, you don't need me. Here's Hi-Fi Rush. It did well. Ride this out. I'm going to go do other stuff. Crazy. He was so surprised that they shut the studio down. But now he says, now he feels that, in a sense, by them doing Hi-Fi Rush, it gave the studio an identity and a way to get Krafton to now take over the business. So he feels that it worked out well. Dude, Krafton saved their ass. But because of Hi-Fi Rush, Shinji, thank you, Shinji, thank you, Shinji, everybody's correcting my Japanese. I apologize. But you look, Krafton saved them. But because of Hi-Fi Rush. And it's crazy that he kind of set them up. Holy crap, you guys are going wild. Shinge, not Shinge, Shingi. Shingi! Shingi!
Oh, I'm gonna have your job, shithead. I'm going downtown. I'm gonna talk to Mitch and Murray.
I think that for that development studio, making a good game is more related to survival than making a popular game. How's that quote? Dude, you hear that? The hard work for Hi-Fi Rush development team led to a new chapter for the company. I think that for a development studio, making a good game is more directly related to survival than making a popular game. Now, if you remember, Booty Cheeks. Holy shit, Steven. You guys are going wild in the chat. Booty Cheeks, remember, said, we are going to do more impactful games. We need more. Like, remember they were saying we need more impactful games. We're going to do more. No, Booty said we need more small games. He was that. But then the other meeting that they had, they said they need more impactful games. And he says right here, just making a good game. Phil, everybody seems to be talking the lingo, Phil. You know, everybody seems to be talking the lingo, and it just seems, oh man, it just, everybody just says great games. Just make a great game.
I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true.
What?
Just focused more on great games on our console, that somehow we're going to win the console race, I think doesn't really lay. I see commentary that if you just build great games,
Everybody's talking about make great games. Sony just showed how you could take a 180, a refund, a disaster of a PR move. You sell a game, nobody plays it, and then you refund it and take it all back like it never existed. And they bounce back from that with a great game. Great games fix a lot. Shinji said it. Did I say it right this time? I'm going to call him Mikami. And I said that wrong too. But he said it. Good games are related to the survival, not making popular. The thing is, Hi-Fi Rush did save them. It made them valuable to somebody else, not to Microsoft. Not to dirty-ass Phil Spencer.
Customer.
Because he couldn't see quality if it slapped him in the ass and called him Susie. He don't know. He has no freaking clue. That's why he's always apologizing it and taking it on the chin. And was sorry. Your words mean nothing. Your actions mean more than words, and your actions suck. Janky Jones, delaying games. Now, hyping up games on other platforms. Dude, you are just out of control. Actions. You have so many opportunities with delayed games for polish, Halo for polish, all this stuff. The dude's saying it right here, dude. He's saying it right here. Great games. Look at what it did. Look what AstroBot just did. You think if Sony had Concord and there was nothing now for the next 6 months, do you think what do you think would happen? All anybody will talk about is the failure of that game. Like, oh, they refunded it with a disaster. They would quote Peter Molyneux. They get Peter Molyneux out there.
It was a disaster, Ryan.
A disaster, Ryan.
It was
a disaster.
It was a disaster, Ryan.
That Concord was a train.
It was a disaster.
Disaster. PR disaster.
It was
PR disaster, Ryan.
It was a.
That's what happened. But you put out a great game, fixes itself. And actually, a great game, a good game, a quality game, a game that was different than everything you released, that was janky ass crap. Vampires, not because of horrible AI, pop in like crazy. 30 frames. They said, don't do it. You still did it. Short ass games at 30 frames, shorter than the first, less game as the first. Like, you make downgrades. This game was polished on day one. I couldn't believe I was playing. I was like, wow, this is from their studio. This is crazy. It just works. It played well. It did what it needed to do. It was a quality surprise. And you did not embrace it. And there you go. So you left taking it on the chin, apologizing, telling people you're still learning, porting shit over now to other platforms and still learning. We learn every day. We do this, all this bull, all this talk. Herman didn't say one word. Where's Herman? Herman! Herman! Where's Herman? I gotta go find Herman. Where was Herman? Where's Herman? People wanted Herman to take it on the chin. Dude, Herman just said, drop AstroBot. And then he went like this. Where's Herman? Herman! Where's Herman? Oh, shit. Oh, shit, Herman. He's like, give them refunds. Drop the AstroBot. Take a picture. Dude, he's in a friggin' tuxedo. Herman!
Great Circle is coming out this December.
Dude, he didn't say one thing. He's like, release AstroBot. Release it. Let me now go to my meditation room with my acupuncture and quality split. I have to get ready for the PS5 Pro. Make sure I can do a full split between two trucks. That's what he said. He's like, give me down my tux. I'm gonna go get some awards, bitch. Drop the AstroBot. That's what he did. He didn't have to go on. Somebody interview me. I need to say I'm sorry. He's like, refund them the money. Cancel the game. Drop AstroBot. I'm out. Back to splits. He didn't have to say shit. Because saying something doesn't mean anything. Actions. actions. I didn't need him to go on, oh, somebody better ask him something. No, they fucked up. That's what happened. He knows he did. That's why he said, release AstroBot. That's what he said. I don't have to say anything. Somebody interview him. I get the exclusive. Oh, he's going all around the podcast. Herman, I gotta talk. Well, talk about what? I don't give a shit what he has to say. He fucked up. He misread the room. And responds with AstroBot. Paul Concord. There you go. He wasn't running around like, somebody interview me. I got to say I'm sorry. Put it on the chin. You gave them refunds. Phil didn't give anybody refunds for Redfall. He said, enjoy it, bitch. We'll fix it later. That's what Phil said. Hey, Phil, somebody talk to me. Somebody get the mic. Who has a microphone? Interview me. I got to say something. We're behind gaming.
Build a great Project Scarlet. I want people to feel like they can have amazing console experiences they've never seen before, and that they've got the best lineup of content and services of any platform out there. And we're totally focused on that. And I know we have other things going with like coming to PC and xCloud, but I'll say that being a leader in console is something that the team is committed to doing. And that's we're not building this program to try to aim for second place. We were going to build it aiming for first place, and that's what I want to hit.
Oh damn!
Would you ship that? What you just played? I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true. Just focused more on great games on our console, that somehow we're going to win the console race, I think doesn't really lay into the reality of.
Let's talk about Game Pass a little bit more, since that's a big bet for Microsoft. How many subscribers do we have now? And it does seem like a really good deal for the consumer, but what about the Microsoft investor? How is this a moneymaker for Microsoft?
Our last public number was 25 million subscribers that we've talked about.
We get an update?
Not right here, but we did talk about growth on PC.
Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer, baby, let's go! Yes! Yes!
Enough from me. We're going to have the games do our talking.
The wisest words spoken about Old Man Jim. Right now, two-time country line dancer champion, president of the Bingo Assembly, and he could put down about 2 Jello puddings a night. He gets an extra serving because he's doing such a good job in the old age home. Two-time line dance country champion, Gordon Ramsay Ryan, telling the kitchen right now at the old age home that it's raw and need to send it back into the kitchen.
It's not even pink, this is raw.
And Coop has delivered undercooked salmon.
Gordon Ramsay Ryan, son of a bitch. But there it is. All those quotes because he can't shut up. Just let the games do the talking. Just release the games and people will just move on. But nah. Just go run your mouth. Go interview some more. Say some stupid shit. And now you got the stupid shit legacy there with no games to fall back on. Herman didn't say shit. And now they can't open. Let to Tokyo Game Show we go now. To Tokyo. And now they're going to release all the dude, you're going to fly the whole kit and caboodle out to Tokyo Game Show and do some showcase. I showed you what they do with a friggin' showcase, dude. Talk bullshit. They pander to their audience. Oh, we're growing Japan. He shut them down a year later. He gone. They do mouth service. Oh, we support you, Japan. We're here. We did a video. Look, Jason Ronald's here. We're shipping his ass. Nobody cares. Go to Tokyo. Oh, they're going to, what now? Final Fantasy 16, an over a year-old game? Coming to Xbox? It's like, oh, finally, bitch. Like, really? You're going to go to Japan. You're going to say, Japan, we're happy to bring you games that you were playing for over a year ago. That's the big W? Is this what I'm missing? All the Final Fantasy bootleg Jez says all the Final Fantasy pixel remasters are coming to the Xbox. We're all going to go to Japan. We're going to have a show like this so that Phil Spencer can tell the Japanese audience that they can play games that they played 2 and 3 years ago on the devices they already own. But no, it's coming to console. The Xbox. Nobody owns a console over there. Nobody gives a shit. Why would you wait to Tokyo Game Show to say Final Fantasy? Oh, Final Fantasy 16 is coming. Just like the dope went out on stage at the Final Fantasy thing. When he came out there and he did this horse shit. And this guy goddamn dropped a kidney stone.
Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer, baby, let's go!
What did that do?
Yes!
Shit. Shit. Dude. That sounds like they're winning the Xbox. The Xbox must have flew off the shelves if people were reacting like this on Final Fantasy 14. Phil Spencer just showed up on stage and grabbed ass and shook hands. The way that reaction, consoles should have been flying off the shelves. What's crazy is that the people are going to go look for an Xbox. They can't find them because they're not selling them over there. Like, this is the thing. It's all lip service. Yeah, we support Japan. Dude, you interviewed your one Japanese developer that you acquired, and you fucking shut them down after they released a decent-ass game. And the guy thought they were good. He trusted Microsoft in doing the right thing, going, yo, embrace Hi-Fi Rush and move on from there. But now Phil's like, oh, no, we're going back to Japan with our partners, Activision. What the nobody fucking Japan cares about Activision. Oh, we're coming with Bethesda. Bethesda who? What, shit in space? You're going over there with DLC for Starfield? Is that? Tell me you're going over to Japan, Tokyo with Indiana Jones. Janky Jones is going to Tokyo Game Show. Is that what's happening? Janky Jones? They can't wait to play Janky Jones in Japan. Is that what's going on? Is that what we're missing out on? Is that the missing piece, Phil? Is that the audience that people want to play Janky Jones? They can't wait for it in Tokyo? You're going there. Call of Duty, please? They can't wait. The Call of Duty news? Is that what you're going there for? We're going there with Activision and Bethesda. Who? Well, you fucking owl? Who? Well, we're bringing Call of Duty to Japan. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody fucking cares, Phil. And you've shown your true colors right there. This guy is skipped out of town. And you shut down his studio. And canceled his freaking game. They were working on the sequel. And you said, no, thank you. But I'm going to go now to Japan with Janky Jones. You couldn't even win over Japan 2 years ago with your own goddamn Japanese studio. But they want to see some Janky Jones, some DLC to Starfield? Maybe some of updates to Sea of fucking Thieves, maybe. Maybe we need another fucking update for Sea of Thieves. Right?
I can go directly to Blackness.
Maybe they're going to go over there with some updates for goddamn Elder Scrolls. By the way, we got the update to Age of Empires. Get the Phil. Keep your ass home. Go answer some emails. And do your job. The hell out of here with that horse shit. Janky Jones. Yeah, they can't wait for Janky Jones. They're lining up right now. No. Dante says, my audience Jones. Oh, no. But anyway, they made a big announcement. And the big announcement, because, Bootleg Jez can just say whatever he wants. Because this is the thing. I told you about this internet stuff, right? How they say something and then they go like, oh, he's anticipating some sort of Final Fantasy announcements at this thing. But you're telling me the Final Fantasy announcement is that games that could be played on the devices that everybody owns over there is coming to the Xbox console? A console that you say is not growing, is not doing anything. That's why you got to put your games to PlayStation and possibly Nintendo? Like, choose a lane. How can you go there and promote your console when you diminish the value and the need of a console in other interviews? How? How do you... Oh, it's exciting to bring Final Fantasy 16 to Xbox console. Who cares? You don't even care. How is that news? And you go to Japan where your console is the worst. Oh, but because you have a Japanese studio? So, like, come on. Stop posing, Phil. You don't give a shit about there. You don't care. You're going to go to the place where you can't even find an Xbox and talk about how a game that everybody played already is coming to Xbox? Come on. Is this a PR stunt? That's exactly what it is. Just like this was. Fireside Chat. What did he do? He dropped Hi-Fi Rush and he shut down the whole goddamn studio and fired everybody. This guy was building new people coming to his studio, curating new talent. And Phil said, yeah, shut it all down. They can't make a sequel. All lip service. So anyway, they're going to Tokyo. Enjoy. Hopefully you get your Final Fantasy announcement and enjoy it. Like, I guess. Like, I don't understand how that's news. I get, like, all of a sudden. You need the day and date, dude. We've been through this before. And you could call it Sony money hatting or whatever the hell it is, but the thing is that you got tons of money. What are you talking about? I thought they had unlimited budgets. If they found value in getting Final Fantasy to Xbox, they could spend the money and get it to you. That's the problem. They could walk over there, drop the bag off, and go, yo, I want Final Fantasy remake here. Where were you when that deal was done, Phil? You're touring the world. You're interviewing. You can't shut the hell up. So, and then as you're trying to get Final Fantasy 16 and get all these games on your platform, you're missing out on emails from indies that you're not answering emails to, and they're skipping, and they got to work. MT Framework with Capcom. That's coming next year. Dude, like, why is everything an afterthought? Where are you when it's being done? So you could be there on day one and being equal in the console space rather than an afterthought. You could buy the whole friggin' thing. Like, what are you talking about? You dropped off billions. You can't give them a few million? Say, yo, give me a little extra love here on Xbox. Come on. You got to go like me too. Like, oh, yeah, you release. Oh, now. Oh, Sony money hatting. Poor ass Sony. $1 billion Phil over here. Dropping billions. But little poor ass Sony is making deals that Phil can't cash. Phil, what about your deals, Phil? Come on now, Phil. Tell us what's going on with your deals. What's going on with your friggin' deals?
Is that a deal?
No, I keep losing at deals, and I don't want to make a deal anymore. I am leaving, and you can't stop me. I'm packing my bags.
Oh, shit. Well, I guess he's losing at deals. He's losing at deals, I guess. And then on the other end, Minecraft, the PS5 version. He said we need love for the PS5. Minecraft, native PS5 version coming. Mojang announces. Right now, we're looking to bring a native version of Minecraft to the PS5 because Minecraft is better with friends, can play together on whatever devices they want. Couple of super chats here. He goes, JP Logo with the 5. He goes, PCX Hawk, or PC Meadow Hawk, as we call him here in the Grindhouse. Still crying about Blathmic Wukong. Timed exclusivity. PlayStation gets Wukong. Xbox gets Stalker 25 frames per second, which was a typo apparently. It's 35. Who the hell knows? Why does that always a typo, an issue, a bug, whatchamacallit, a dumb fucker, whatever the fuck, all this weird shit with Xbox. Just be normal. Please, my God, why is everything a bug, a glitch, a typo? I didn't mean 25, I meant 35. Okay. Fair trade, dry those the eyes, X-Hawk. Yeah, X-Hawk. The thing is, if Sony did money hat this thing, Phil is the ultimate money hatter because he's been buying whole ass publishers, not some little timed exclusivity. How does a little timed exclusivity hurt so hard? But Microsoft spending billions of dollars to buy a whole ass fucking publishers, 2 of them. That is not as that don't hurt anybody though. But a little timed exclusivity for Wukong and Baldur's Gate 3 chaps your ass. But Phil dropping billions off, buying Big Booty Bobby and that's okay. That's not money hatting at all. That was fair games, right? Was that fair games? Come on, PC Meta X-Hawk. Come on now. I don't want to see you leading the 3-ring circus. Fucking the bearded ladies and the goddamn fire-breathing goddamn dragons and all the other shit and the fucking lions. Come on now. Don't be the ringleader of that shit. We spent 3 years talking about how much money Microsoft had, the deepest pockets of them all. They were so deep, their balls the one on the floor. But Sony, with a little bit of butter in that ass, if they are buying timed exclusivity, hurts you so bad. The problem is that Microsoft didn't do what you wanted them to do. You wanted them to spend $80 billion and make everything for themselves. You wanted Microsoft to money hat. But Microsoft didn't because they couldn't. Because they suck so bad that they needed what everybody else was cooking. And that's the fact. Phil said it.
Oh no! We suck again!
You heard them. Oh, they were lying? They talked about how they sucked so
You're
bad.
my #1 customer.
They sucked so bad. They needed this to work. They bought 2 whole-ass publishers, dude. 2 whole-ass publishers. But a little Wukong. People get chapped ass. A little bit of Baldur's Gate. Chapped ass. A little bit of MT Framework Capcom games. Oh, Sony, money hat. Money hadn't. We just spent 3 fucking years talking about Microsoft spending $80 billion buying the whole goddamn farm of IP. And all you wanted to do was make Starfield exclusive, and it was exclusive. Did it save anybody? Did it fix them? Did it bring Xbox back? Mm-mm. I answer my own questions. No, it didn't. I thought Sony broke. So a little money hat, and I just can't believe Microsoft just spent all that money to buy all these whole-ass publishers to control and shut down studios. See, if Microsoft just partnered with Bethesda and said, hey, Shinji, oh my God, you guys got me now fucking tongue-tied with this shit. Hey, I like this Hi-Fi Rush. Let's put it in on Xbox. Here's some money. And that's done. Guess what? Microsoft couldn't close the studio down if they just partnered with Tango Gameworks. If Phil saw the quality in that game and just partnered with them, they would be still here. But because they bought them, money hat, you call it, they now could just say sayonara to Arcane, who don't miss. Tango, thanks. Something different from them. Nah, thanks. We don't want it. Thanks for filling our Game Pass for January because we had nothing to talk about. They shut them down because they owned them. And if that is not the ultimate money hat, then I don't know what is. So this whole time exclusivity, dude, don't be mad at Sony for playing the game. Microsoft, the one that doesn't know how to play it. Or they're playing it at a different level. Supposedly they're playing chess. No, they're not. They're playing fucking solitaire with their hand in their pockets. That's what they're playing. And now when I hear those words, I hear That money, Hatting, and the money. JP Loco, you got me going wild here. I just hear it. I just hear it. PC Metahawk, this for your ass.
We're always last in the race, and we will always be beat. Gonna spend more cash, make ourselves complete. Yeah. We need $80 billion, gotta make a splash. To be relevant, we'll go all out, no holding back. Led by PHILNESS and
Did it save me?
we'll bring
Did it do anything?
everywhere. No more
Starfield exclusive, Redfall exclusive.
We start by bringing pen and man.
Nothing.
See it be a top 5 rushing round the games over to PlayStation and Switch. And we will say that exclusives don't matter anymore. And then when we get Starfield ready for the pitch, big booty Bobby and Baloo walked out with the bag, and now we're left with all these IPs. What the hell are we supposed to do? $1 billion, gotta make a splash. To be relevant, we'll go all out, no holding back. Led by PHILNESS and Booty, we'll bring the games everywhere. No more something, it's time to show we care.
Here's what $80 billion got you. Look at this. Breaking news right before the show. Activision confirms. I like how it's called Activision. You mean bitch-ass Microsoft. Confirms there's no campaign early access for Call of Duty Black Ops 6. The team is fully focused on October 25th. We are excited about all the game has to offer across campaign, multiplayer, and zombies. This year, we made the decision. This year, we made the decision to ensure the community gets to dig in to any and all modes that they want to at the same time. What the fuck? What? So we are back to one massive global launch moment on October 25th. As such, there is no early access beat this year for Black Ops 6. Just countdown to launch. Grinders, where's Black Ops 6 launching into this year? Where it is? Why this year?
Hold on.
Oh, shit!
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit,
no. Oh, no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
Uh-oh! Zoinks! Where? Zoinks! Shaggy, get on it! Okay, Scoobs! Zoinks? This is the ultimate Zoinks. Where's Ryan? Ryan, get in here! I don't know what's going. Shaggy, what are we doing here? I don't know, Scoobs. It looks like Call of Duty and Game Pass is not making a campaign early access. But Shaggy, you said everything was going to be fine when Phil Spencer bought Activision and put Game Pass. And Call of Duty? Oh, no. I don't know, Scoobs. Zoinks. I had him in the interview in the summer. Oh, my God. What are we going to do? Zoinks. I got to get him back in the... Oh, Shaggy, you fucking up. You fucked up, Shaggy. You fucked up. I know, Scoobs. Fucking, where's Ryan McCaffrey? Get his ass out there, Zoinks! What happened, Phil?
Black Ops 6 Day 1 Game Pass.
Oh, shit!
Sweet, right? Like,
Some people said I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, most people in this room have probably been used to spending $60-$70 on it every year. Now, if they're already subscribing to Game Pass,
and
good to go.
But it's a choice. Like, we didn't say to anybody, you have to subscribe to play. If you want to buy Black Ops, it's great. It's great for us. It's great for the developer. If you want to subscribe, it's also great. Like, I want to give you the choice on how you play your games and who you play with, and not try to do slimy platform things to force you to do what I want you to do. Give the players choice and what they want to do and who they play with.
Zoinks! Yeah. Oh, it's so funny when it's day one in Game Pass, we don't have early access to the campaign. See what people did? They paid early access. They were able to play the campaign and then the multiplayer. That's what people did. But this year, they decided to have it all come out in one. But it's a choice. That fucks my water. Where's my water? Shit. I need a drink. No, where my water went? Oh, there it is.
Sir, do we get to win this time?
It's a choice. There's no early access this year. Well, hey, man. $80 billion. You want them to buy Activision and put it in Game Pass, huh? Oh, but it's not that. Doom and gloom. Don't say that. Oh, really? Let's see how the community is liking this. Let's see. Good job, Phil. Let's see. I know Modern Warfare 3 campaign got some hate. Would not have played the campaign if it wasn't dropped early. I ended up having an enjoyable time to play it. See, people wanted to play the campaign early so that when the game releases, they are on the same page on multiplayer. But when you drop all of it on the same day, people skip the campaign and go right to multiplayer. Interesting. So let's think about that. Early access, day one Game Pass, it kind of confuses things, right? If you give people early access, what do you give them in Game Pass? The campaign? Who knows? Well, gonna have to skip this campaign so I can level up my guns and get multiplayer and zombies. Ooh, terrible. Bro, why? They make a fantastic decision one year and the next year walk back on it. Mm-hmm. Typical Call of Duty. Make a good decision one year and abandon it the next. Incredibly bad decision. This will make a lot of people forget about the campaign and not even play it. Somebody wrote here is that Call of Duty got reviewed because of the campaign, and maybe they're trying to avoid the campaign getting reviewed separately. That's what somebody said too. Me right now. Nope, don't like that. Whack. Everyone disliked that. Another thing ruined by Infinity Ward. Not trusting the campaign will be ready in time for early access, but it had the longest development time out of any Call of Duty. Oh, wow. Community really likes this. But it's day one Game Pass, all right? Yeah. Campaign should have not been early access, just a common understanding. I'm not going to play the campaign until at least December, zombies and multiplayer. This is a huge L. Early access would have allowed players who didn't get a chance to experience the beta an opportunity to test out the Omni movement before diving into multiplayer. Dang, honestly, I'm not too mad about this. Well, you got one. That's a shame. Early access campaign was one of the best decisions they ever made in the past 5 years. But the game is releasing a week early than previous titles, correct? Except Modern Warfare 2. They really should have done a week early access. Loads more people would have played it. Well, I guess I won't play the campaign anymore. So they're not doing early access to the game, which a lot of people pre-ordered it thinking that it was going to be like last year. Well, no, it's not. That was just for beta access. But they did it last year. Why do we keep going backwards? We played all, but you get the gist. They want it all there on day one because
Black Ops 6 day one Game Pass.
Black Ops
That's pretty
6,
sweet,
dude.
right? Like,
Some people said I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, most people in this room.
it makes it a lot easier for day one by not splitting things up. Even though they've done like, well, no, say they did it with like Forza and stuff. Like if you pre-ordered the gold edition or something, you could play it earlier, but then the Game Pass version was like 3 days later. But anyway, there you go. Was it a Game Pass move? Was it a Black Ops 6 move? Who knows? But all I know is that day one, you're not getting early access now to the campaign to play it before the campaign, to play it before the multiplayer. It's all on day one. And there you go. See, hey, Billy, thanks, man. And then JP Loco with the 5, man. He rocking today. Sony broke, but Xbox about lacking marketing budget. Yeah, exactly, JP Loco. Yeah, lacking marketing budget in Europe. The richest company, deepest pockets. Unlimited budgets. So there you go. No campaign. But now, grinders.
25. It's coming.
The meat and friggin' potatoes. As people have been saying in the Gaming Grindhouse, hit that friggin' like button. This is a wild time, man, because we are on the eve of the Cernius. Cerny is coming down with the tablets tomorrow. He is about to talk.
25. It's coming.
It's coming. Tomorrow. Today, Sony officially announced no more leaks, no more bull. Sony announced the official technical presentation. Where are you, Sonys? There it is. Official PlayStation thing. Tune in tomorrow for PlayStation 5 technical presentation hosted by the Cerninator. The Cerninator. Cerninator's in the chat, please. This man don't speak, but he's speaking tomorrow. And you're going to listen. God damn it, you're going to listen. Tomorrow, September 10th, a 9-minute sermon. Begins at 8 a.m. Pacific time. The Cerninator is coming down to talk about a PS5 Pro. And they kind of leaked it already. They're calling it a technical presentation. They're not saying it's a PS5 Pro. But I actually still have the website up of the video. And it says right here, unlisted PS5 Pro. Boom. They now corrected it, but I still have it in my buffers. Boom. Boom. So they alluded to it. It's going to be the Pro. 9 minutes. There it is. Oh my God. Wall of Cerninators.
You're my number one customer.
It's coming. Oh, PlayStation.
Great Circle
Bitches.
is December.
9 minutes of proness. Listen. That's right, Scoop. I forgot to mention. Thank you for the 2. Shout out and rest in peace to Power James Earl Jones. Dude, that is ultimately really sad. Yeah, really sad to lose James Earl Jones, man. He's been an icon in tons of movies. His voice, incredible. Man. Yeah, it was really sad. I couldn't believe that when I saw that. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, shout out. Thank you, man. Thank you, Scoop, for that. I appreciate it. The Gordop 23 with the 5. He goes, I don't expect release dates, price, games, or design reveal. Certainly just going to talk specs for 9 minutes and bounce. Gordop, that's exactly what I was about to say. My predictions about this show, and then we'll talk about the implications. My predictions is exactly what Gordop said. This is going to be very dry. You know, there's not going to be a lot of spectacle. I don't think that there's going to be a lot of spectacle to this. I don't think there's going to be like a lot of marketing for it. It's just going to be Cerny talking about the tech. I think he's going to highlight probably the maybe what the new sound chips that they're putting in there, to maybe highlight their PlayStation upscaling like he did with the checkerboarding back there. Now supposedly this has some sort of upscaling DLSS type thing, their version of it, of some upscaling, get higher resolutions and better frame rates. And I think he's going to show that. Maybe some tech, if they do have anything regarding like PlayStation 3 native play or emulation or anything like that, maybe he'll allude to that. But it's really going to be a tech talk. I think people saying pre-orders, and I don't think so. The way Sony is going to roll, this is just a Cerninator talking about the tech. It's going to be very dry. I think people are going to come at it going, oh, man, okay, that's nice. But then maybe they show one of their older games like AstroBot or maybe a Horizon or something like that running with this new upscale or something like that, or some ray tracing, or they added some extra tech to one of their games that they've released. But I think this is just a preface. They did this before. If you just look at the PS4 Pro and then even the PS5, like they have this dry tech thing, and this is more for developers and just for like the kind of the technical aspect, his job, what his talk is. And he could put you to sleep, remember? Now he's going to put you to sleep for 9 minutes. So I think it's going to be very interesting. But again, we got to see what this does. And I think this is going to lead into the next show, which probably be either maybe a Friday, maybe they do 2 state of plays, or they have one next week. And I think what they're going to do is that's going to be the marketing push. That's going to be the whole next week, or when their state of play is going to be, where they'll show what their first party is highlighting. They'll show the design of this. They'll probably release pre-orders and price, and then that'll be all in one foul swoop, just like they did with the PS5. That one showcase, where they showed like Dragon, what was it? The Demon Souls release, Miles Morales, and then you could pre-order. That's what they're gonna do. They're not just gonna show some dry 9-minute tech and go pre-order today. I don't think so. I think they're gonna need to kind of bundle that with a bunch of games that we don't know are coming from their first party, and then show the design, show what it is, and then reveal the prices, and then pre-order. Price wise, shout out Detective Seeds. He was saying some things. He's saying possibly $600 for digital, $700 for the disc. My thing is that I would say, and then one thing that kind of stood out, I saw some rumor around, again, I don't know how true this is, but having the digital come out first, like a couple of weeks before, and the disc version coming out a couple of weeks after. I'm not going to like that. Because that's going to be, I would prefer getting the full-blown disc one just in case. Like I said, it's only 9 minutes, mod. But because I like to have the option of having disc games, buying some maybe used, or buying a physical version. Like I bought a physical version of AstroBot because it had the poster in it and a cool little booklet and things like that. So I want to have that option with the physical games. And also, too, I find that the physical games, sometimes they go on sale faster than the digital ones in the store. So I like to have that option of having the physical games, because I feel like, with store competitiveness and pricing and things like that, or sometimes there's those kind of things, getting the physical one. I was thinking about saying go buy, what I plan on doing, Grinders, this is some advice from a consumer like me. I think as a safe bet, go, and I don't know if you're Best Buy members or anything like that, and you have the extra longer return period, but I'm going to tell you, I think you should go get the disc drive if you don't have it already. Get the disc drive if you have an old PS5 version, and just hold on to it and see, because I think in the next 30 days, you're going to know what to do. And if they do release the digital before the physical one, at least you get the digital and you could slap on the disc drive to it. I'm thinking the only difference, though, with that, and then you can return it if you don't use the disc drive, return it. But I think those disc drives, if people do get the digitals, they'll probably sell out and probably be hard to find. So I'd say get one now and you can return it, just to see how Sony plays this, because I don't know how they're going to play it. And pre-orders and all this shit is annoying as hell with them. And hopefully it's available everywhere to pre-order, not just their website, because I hate that crap. But I think getting the disc drive, the only caveat with that is that typically they may make the digital versions like $650 or like higher, so that the digital and the disc drive might make it more expensive than just buying the one with the disc already. Similar to what they did with the Slim. They basically increased the price of the digital, so that if you bought the disc and the digital, you're going to pay about $10, $15 more, rather than if you just bought the disc one. So you may wind up paying a little bit more money if you get the disc and then buy a digital and put it in there. I think they probably do that again. So it's a toss-up right now. But that's why I said the worst case scenario is that you return the disc drive. But at least you have it in your possession to say if they do this staggered launch. Because for me, if I got to pay another $10, $15 because I just slap a disc drive into my digital Pro, because the digital Pro comes out like 2 weeks before the physical one, I'd rather get it sooner than later, right? Well, I'm just a nutcase which just wants stuff as soon as possible. But, and again, this is not for everybody. You don't have to buy this thing. I don't think Cerny's thing tomorrow is going to really sell it. That's the other thing. Just like with the Pro, I don't think, maybe they talk about the benefits to the Portal tomorrow, or the benefits to the PSVR 2, maybe some tech like, oh, the PSVR 2 now could super sample, and the Portal now could super sample as well. Maybe those kind of things are in the tech tomorrow. But I don't think people are going to walk away going, this, yo, because we got to see the games. You know? You got to see the games. And we'll see. I don't think they should stagger digital and physical, but he brought up that idea, and I was like, oh shit, if they do that, that kind of sucks. But it's going to be about the games. That's why I don't think tomorrow's 9 minutes is going to be like, yo. Because it's going to be all tech talk. It's going to be all like the Cerny. He's going to come out like this. You know what we're going to have. You knew I was going to have a special guest, Mark Cerny, here. So bear with me because he has to talk here. Because I'm so interested. We haven't heard from Cerny in a long time. And I'm like, we need to have Cerny on here on the eve before this. I don't know if they announce any new games tomorrow. I don't think so. I think it's going to be a real tech talk. I'll be surprised if he announces any new games. Maybe he shows a new game running in there, but I think that will kind of remove a lot of the hype to a new game. Maybe like a game that came out, like a reference game, like Cyberpunk or something like I think one of their first party games. I don't know if maybe they'll show Cyberpunk, but also kind of show like maybe one of their reference games like God of War or Horizon with the upscaling and added ray tracing or something like that, and not spoil what's coming. Because I do think they're going to have a state of play that's going to have what their first party's working on and pre-order today, similar to like they did with the PS5, because they kind of need that marketing. This is not marketing. Cerny is not going to be like, hi, everybody. Pre-order your PS5 Pro right now. No, he's not going to do that. Like, Cerny don't do that shit. I said SSD 2.000. Pre-order today, right now. Like, he's so mellow. Like, he's not going to be right at the 9-minute mark. He's like, and hit that pre-order today. No. Cerny's not the marketing guy. Cerny's dry as hell. They're not going to have him announce pre-orders. Maybe they have a follow-up show later this week, but Cerny not coming out there and hyping people up. He's going to be dry to the bone. So you heard it here, Gaming Grindhouse. He is going to be dry. So after the show tomorrow, when people going, oh, this is not a big deal. We don't need it. We don't want it. Nobody needs a pro. Cerny talking numbers. Nobody cares. Be ready. Be ready. That's what's going to happen tomorrow because it's not that kind of thing. Cerny is not that guy. There will be a follow-up where they show first. I think, why would you? You waited this friggin' long to tell me what Ghost of Tsushima 2, what Corey Balrog's ass is working on, what the hell Neil Druckmann's doing besides making movies. We waited this friggin' long, and you're just going to have Mark Cerny come out there and just say pre-order today without kind of flowing this thing together in some sort of big marketing push. Come on. Think better than that. Think McFly. Where's McFly? He's in the chat. Get him in here. Come on, mate. Get him in here. Where's Marty? He's in here. He knows. Like, come on. We waited this friggin' long on what you're cooking. And you're going to have Cerny say, pre-order today. I'm so excited. I am so blessed to be here today and talk about the new PS5 Pro pre-order today. Get the fuck. He's not doing that. No. I'll be in shock if they do that. And slap me ass on the ass and call me Susie if that happens. I think they'll have a whole package reel ready to go. Herman has to be there. The face of the unbuttons. Today, we're going to show what our first party is working on. We have a litany of games that we've been working on. Very hard at work. So today, I am proud to show you the quality splits that I've been stretching for the last 3 goddamn years. And now, the next games you see here are from our first party studios and what they're going to be working on. Then after he shows Wolverine and all this other shit, then he's like, thank you. I'd like to say I'm very proud to know that today we're going to release the PS5 Pro pre-order starting today. After what you've seen, you'll be able to get it today with the launch of November. Thank you very much, and enjoy the PlayStation. That's what they're going to have. Maybe they got the hardware guy out there tomorrow with Cerny. You know, they're split hardware, software. Herman's the software guy. But they got to be some sort of some marketing thing. Here are the games, and here's the PS5 Pro, and here are the games running on the Pro. I don't think tomorrow 9 minutes is it. Because Cerny not that guy. Unless he's with somebody else. Hi, I like to show a hot man. Here he is. A hot man. This is confirmation and tech details. Thank you, Matty Beast. That's exactly what this is. 9 minutes. It's going to be dry. But that's what it's going to be. Because they're going to put this together in a slap you in the ass package, which is going to be awesome. And maybe even throw some GTA 6 on there. Who the hell knows? But tomorrow's not that show. Tomorrow is the tech show. So we're going to hear a lot of teraflops. We're going to hear maybe about enhancements to the Pro, to the VR, and probably definitely talk about their upscaling and their sound stuff. That's what I think tomorrow. Major says maybe a TGS. Maybe. But just be prepared tomorrow, because I don't see Cerny being that guy. Like, people like, pre-orders and price tomorrow. Like, no. This is confirmation and tech. This probably be more geared to the other developers that don't have hands-on anymore, and kind of to know what's in this machine so they can start targeting their games for what the Pro is coming, if they don't have it by now. But that's what's going to be a more of a kind of like semi-type, developer thing. And he's going to educate Jason Ronald. That's what he's going to do. He's going to educate Jason Ronald. Jason Ronald be stroking that beard tomorrow, being like, oh shit, I should have watched some more Cerny. I should have watched some more Cerny right now. But Cerny's going to come out tomorrow. I'm telling you, he's going to come out tomorrow. He's going to be like this. Hi, everybody. Today, I would like to confirm the PS5 Pro. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to come out and say it. Where's my little, my Cerny? That's what he's going to come out and do. He's going to confirm it. He's going to talk about the tech. And I don't know if he's going to talk about emulation. There's definitely something in there. That might be something in there too. Like, we might get insight as to the capabilities of this machine, hardware-wise, maybe potential, possibly. He may go like, but possibly going to be able to stream in 1440p, 60 frames a second from the PS5 Pro. Yeah, but I'm saying like Satya, the whole slate, like Nadella, maybe. I know this is not going to be for the devs. I'm sure they talked about it. They were talking about it at Gamescom. Like, I'm sure they know about it, but again, there may be some people that don't have that access or didn't get this stuff. This is more of like a technical. This is what he does. That's what Cerny does. That's all he talks about. He talks about the him designing. He's the designer. He's the architect of the Matrix. Forgo that if you choose this and then you go to the left, you will choose this. Ergo, that the decision will be made upon you. But if you don't do that, and therefore go through that door, then all of Zion will fall. Like, he's the architect. He's going to talk about the design, why he did certain things, why they chose certain flops, why they chose to upscale, what sound they put in there, what chips, what streaming possible things. Mr. Anderson, that's what they're trying to do. It's exactly for those that are interested in it. And it's going to be 9 minutes of Cerny, the Cerninator, putting everybody to sleep. But it's going to be interesting what comes after that. If Sony announces a state of play, he may allude to that. Like, we might have a state of play. We're going to have another show later on to show you the software that's running on the PS5 Pro. Like, he could say that. Like, at the end, the PS5 Pro, we'll have another show showing the software, our software, or software from their first party and third party running on the PS4. He could allude to the next show. But I don't think pricing and all that other shit's going to be happening tomorrow. Like, I can't see Sony just slap like a tweet out there going, yeah, pre-orders start today. Like, it'll be wild. But Cerny is going to go wild. This is his time. This is his time, man. He's going to get up there and talk about, now, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you about the SSD 2.0. Oh, shit. Sorry, I'm cussing. I don't typically cuss, but man, that SSD 2.0, we're going to show our O face. Oh, damn. Can't do much in 9 minutes. Craven, that's right. Can't do much in 9 minutes. But what do you think? Do you think that they would drop something like that, or do you think that Sony will like is confident enough to do some sort of like, you know, like pre-orders? Like I don't know. Like look at the times too. That's another thing to look at. 8 a.m. Pacific, dude, bright and ass early. 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. overseas. So like it's really a morning coffee and crumpets with Mark Cerny. Like it's an early show. So maybe they do something in the afternoon with pre-orders and pricing. I don't know. It's not an afternoon kind of like, you know, high noon type thing. So I don't know if the timing is something like that. Oh, what do you think? All I know is the PS5 Pro pre-order was the PS5 pre-orders were a goddamn disaster. That was a train wreck. That was a mess. So I'm hoping that they don't do something like that. Walmart responded to X on the event? Really? Mr. B, can you put that in the... Wait a second. Let's see. Oh, the Ninja Theory thing? No. Did they? Let me see. Oh my God, please. That we'll talk about the meltdown going on the other side. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know if this is right. I don't even want to share. Detective Seeds, I don't know. He's on Mooch's podcast and he has his own show. He's saying digital first, 600, release date November 14th. Disc 700, release date week of December 13th. I hope they don't do that. I hope they don't stagger that shit. Yeah, and that's the other thing. I don't know why for a 9-minute show they could have just dropped it. They didn't have to kind of hype it up, the talk, but it's their official kind of confirmation, and they make Cerny kind of lead the thing. He did the same thing, dude. I got the video of it. He did the same thing with the PS4. Yeah, Josh, I don't know. I hope they don't do it. But yeah, he did the same thing with the PS4 Pro. They just put it all in one show about the PlayStation. You know, remember that hardware reveal, that PS4 Pro, the PS4, not so, and then they even did the PS4 Pro. If you remember the PS4, just go by the history. They always lead with Cerny on new hardware. Yeah, I'm not feeling that either. But they always lead with what is it? The PS4 Pro. Like if you remember. Yeah, where is the... Yeah. Here you go. So you remember this? PS4
When
8 years
designing
ago.
PlayStation 4, we had a vision of what gaming could become and created the necessary hardware to support it.
Dana Carvey himself, everybody. Freaking, they got their own Dana Carvey. Dude, he reminds me of Dana Carvey. Anyway, he looks like him.
We wanted a breadth of titles from AAA to indie, and so we made sure that PS4 was easy for developers to use. We believed in creating a frictionless experience for the gamer, and so we made sure to equip PS4 with a hard drive to shorten load times, as well as the required support for suspending and quickly resuming games, and playing as you download them. With that hardware as a foundation, we were able to realize our vision. And as a result, a vibrant gaming community has grown around the console. PS4 Pro is not intended to blur the lines between console generations. Instead, the vision is to take the PS4 experience to extraordinary new levels. First and foremost, our goal is to deliver high-fidelity graphical experiences. With that in mind, we more than doubled the power of the GPU and adopted many new features from the AMD Polaris architecture, as well as several even beyond it. A number of hardware innovations support efficient rendering for 4K displays.
Just clone this for tomorrow.
Allowing titles on PS4 Pro to reach resolutions not thought to be possible on console in 2016.
What?
For those gamers and developers who put a premium on achieving the smoothest frame rate possible, we're boosting the clock rate of the CPU.
This show was 14 minutes. And this was his PS4 Pro. This is where he talked about the checkerboarding and yeah, see? And what the 4K stuff.
4K TVs provide a staggering 8 minutes.
And then they use Spider-Man, see?
To better appreciate the quality of the imagery we are showing today.
Not you.
These first images are from Marvel's Spider-Man game, developed by Insomniac and announced at E3 this year. The detail of the city is incredible. Minute features such as the pedestrians in the distance would just be blurs on an HD TV set, but here they are crisp characters. As for Spider-Man himself, the texture of the suit is breathtakingly clear in a way that it could never have been before.
And you got to remember, too, like the other thing is that back then, he had 14 minutes. What the hell's my thing? Back then, he had 14 minutes he had to explain like this mid-gen refresh. This was something new. Like this was something different. Like what? We got slims and more optimized hardware, better utilization of power and stuff like that, but we never had an upgrade. And that's what the Pro was. So yeah, he had to explain that. Like, this is a Pro. Like, we are going up. You're going to get better now. This is not a race to the bottom. This is kind of adding those that want to upgrade. Here's something to upgrade to. Dana Carvey. That's right. He's Dana Carvey right there. Striking. We got Jim Jarrett, and we got Dana Cerny. Dana Cerny. And come on now, Grinders. Got Dana Cerny. Where is it?
It is my
Where is it? Come on, Grinders. We gotta go. Let's go. We got hit that like button. Hit that like button, Grinders. Hit that like button, Grinders. Here we go. Ready? You heard it here first. Nobody called Mark the Cerny to this. We got Double J, that's right. And now we got Mark Cerny, a.k.a. Dana Carvey. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. Fucking doppelganger. He's a doppelganger. Where is he? There he is. The Cerninator is Dana Carvey.
Great Circle is coming out this December.
Oh shit. Hey man. That's it. It's uncanny. It is uncanny. Dude. Oh shit on me. Hi. Yes, this is Mark Cerny. I do look like Dana Carvey, but I am very, very smart. I know the power of SSDs, and we are ready to show tomorrow the SSD 2.000. I can't wait to talk about the power that I put in the PS5 Pro. It is going to be a lengthy 9-minute talk with me, Mark Cerny, or AKA the Cerninator, and I'm going to put y'all to sleep for 9 minutes, talking about teraflops, power, sound, and all the other wonderful things that come with the PS5 Pro. When I thought about the PS5 Pro, I thought about something that would just be sensational. So, I thought, why don't we do some wonderful PS5 upscale? Make our own upscale. Then, we can easily show the true powers of our first-party games. We are going to double the amount of power that's in the PS5, but we're going to do it at lower powers of electricity, and we're going to save the power. And we're going to use that power for the sounds, for the interactions. It's going to be glorious. And then with my new SSD 2.000, baby, it's going to be the shiznit. I don't cuss. I don't cuss. But I'm going to cuss and say, holy shit. It's going to be amazing. So tune in tomorrow for the PS5 Pro reveal. And I'm going to talk about the sounds and the SSDs and the teraflops that are going to take you into the new generation of the PS5. Thank you. Good night. My goodness. What an honor for the Cerny to come into the Gaming Grindhouse and preview tomorrow's show. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. This is what happens when you approach 3,000 subscribers. This is what happens. The access that you get is incredible. Mark friggin' Cerny has just came onto the show to reveal tomorrow. It's incredible. I know you had to sleep. Wake up, everybody. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
25.
It's coming.
It's coming. Wake up.
It's coming.
I'll get you up. Let's go. Cerny, get in there. Yeah, maybe this will do. There you go. We'll spice things up. Thug Cerny. Thug Cerny in the house. There you go. Wake everybody up. Get up, everybody. Wake up.
Great circle.
Wake up. Cerny trying to put you to sleep. Save it for tomorrow. Get your coffee. Wide awake. Everybody's up. Get up. Wake up in the Grindhouse. I know it was definitely, but it was incredible. It was an honor to have Mark Cerny here at the Gaming Grindhouse. This is the access that you get. So let's hit that 3,000 subscribers. Let's go. Who knows who I'll get on the show then? I'm getting Mark Cerny with under 3,000. Who knows who I'll get on the show after 3,000? We won't know until you subscribe. And get me to 3,000 subscribers. Oh shit, Bitrate sleeping. Wake up, Bitrate. Now, this will grease your apples. Dude, they are melting down on the Twitters. Phil Spencer Army. Hold the dotted lines. Listen. I'm telling you right now, the Cerny, there we go. I'm telling you right now. The price. What do we need it for? Oh, they're going to be hating on this thing because at first they were questioning its existence. At first it was like, this don't need to come out. This is not real. This don't need to be there because they know that Phil Spencer gambled and made another bad decision. He chose to put out an X and a booster and it's not working. And I can't believe that Microsoft seriously does not have any kind of response, and they're just going to give the runway straight to Sony for this Pro. And they are going to see, they're going to try to make, they have nothing. They have no response. And what's crazy, here we go.
Mythical PS5 Pro.
Mythical.
Is it a possibility or do they scrap it Do you think that they have it in their budget based on
their budget?
Some of the stuff that's going on. They got the Bungie situation going on. We have a report from GameRant.com that in July they lost over 50% of their subscribers to their 2 top tiers of PlayStation
shit.
Plus. I don't think we're going to see a PlayStation 5 Pro. And I add caveat to that on the back end, Pixel. Why would they release it when they don't have any major first-party games releasing this year that could show off what they're doing? What do you think? PS5 Pro in the fall or nay?
I can't. Oh, the mythical PS5. The double bootleg. Holy shit. Come on, dude. We're pulling at straw. Oh, the money. Dude. Phil Spencer spent $80 billion and shut down studios that were making games. But Sony, oh, they have no money. They can't afford. Dude, they are doing the same thing that they did with the PS4. And what's crazy is that Xbox is the one that's different. That's the crazy thing. Xbox was the one. This is the thing. Xbox was so nervous about the PS4 Pro that they jumped the gun and marketed a Project Scorpio and VR to try to dwindle down the excitement for a PS4 Pro and a VR. Because Microsoft didn't have anything. And then talk is cheap. They marketed a Project Scorpio for over a year before they officially called it the Xbox One X, just to try to be in the same conversation as the PS4 Pro and having VR. And Microsoft said, oh yeah, we're doing VR too as well. And they all talk, no action. And now they are giving Sony the runway. There's no Project PHILNESS. There's no Project anything. They are putting their games over there that they are going to probably get enhancements better than, they're already running better than the X. Who the hell knows what they're going to be getting on the Pro? It's crazy. And the fact that they're going to give Sony this runway while putting their games on PlayStation and just unchallenged. No competition on shelves, nothing. They said, this is what their thought was. We're going to take the X and we're going to go into Aaron Greenberg's drawer, pull out the glitter that he got from the strippers and throw it on there and sell it for $600. That's what they're going. That's what their response is. Let's put on since Sony's probably going to have a console out there for $600, let's just repackage. Let's just put glitter on our Xbox and sell it for $600 too. So we'll just put it right next to Sony's $600. So Sony will have a PS5 Pro sitting there for $600, $650. And Microsoft will have an Xbox with no new tech in it, the same old chip, no new reduced power efficient chips. Aaron Greenberg stripper glitter on it. Still using those stupid ass memory cards. Add an extra terabyte in it and call it $600. Meanwhile, you could buy 4 terabyte hard drives for like $250 and throw them in your PlayStation right off the shelf. But Microsoft has these proprietary memory cards that are still $200 and $300. And their internal memory now is worth more because now they're charging $600. Meanwhile, the same console with 1 less terabyte was going for $350. Bootleg sales, fire sales over there. They took the same hardware, put a new casing, threw Aaron Greenberg stripper glitter on it from the strip clubs, and said $600. That's their response to this? Cerny is going to drop kick them in slow motion tomorrow. the tech that he's going to talk about is going to make Jason Ronald's beard fall out of his fucking chin. Jason Ronald will be picking up that beard from the floor tomorrow. Because he don't have any tech to talk about, that Jason Ronalds. Instead, Jason Ronald's still trying to answer the questions. You know, he still never answered it. He's still not answering the question. His beard. He's going to see Mark Cerny on stage tomorrow in 9 minutes. He fucking go hairless. He still can't answer the question. Can't answer it. He's like, what? Who? What? Who? That's what he's going to be doing. Excuse what? Who? What? Who? Who? Xbox who? He's going to be a new man tomorrow. A new man. He can clean shave tomorrow. He's going to shave like this and be like, it's a new day. Shave that shit off. He's going to be fucking hairless. He's going to be like, I am done with this Xbox bullshit. Cleanly shave. I am done doing the wizard shit anymore because I'm not the wizard anymore. This is a bootleg Xbox. I'm not selling this shit anymore. Clean shave tomorrow. Fucking montage. They'll play music, montage music. That's who's going to have tomorrow. Mark Cerny about to talk circles around this guy. This guy was talking about the Series S is just the same tech, but just a lower resolution. Oh, twisting his beard like, oh, yes. All right, Merlin, motherfucker. No. Dana Carvey, the Cerny is going to come out tomorrow and tell you about real tech. No more spinning. The S is just a lower resolution. That's about it. Oh, magic here. No. Dude, you'll be cleanly shaven tomorrow. Fucking shave that shit. That's it. New day. He's going to make it a new day. He was like, oh, we got the magnets, and the magnets working this way. And this is wonderful. You can take it apart and put the magnets together. Digital Foundry loved the magnets. It was wonderful. That's what he said. Tomorrow, he's about to see the Mark Cerny come out there and go, holy shit, this guy talking circles. That is a hardware guy. It is. The magnets. It was glorious. I showed how Digital Foundry could take it apart and put it together again. It was glorious. Well, granted, if you don't believe me, I got the magnets. Where'd the magnets? You want to see? Oh, man. I don't know what. Grinders. Remember this Gaming Grindhouse classic? What are we doing here? Here it is. Get ready, Grinders.
In a world of pixels and dreams, where heroes rise and fight the schemes, you're the console that lights up the screen. With every game, a magical routine.
Oh, baby.
Oh, Xbox, you were a monster who had monsters for.
It was a monster.
Bringing up sorries and still learning, always last. But you faced some challenges, from red rings of death to lack of updates too. Oh, Xbox, it's hard being green, but we are done to you. We stood through thick and lean.
The friggin' magnets.
Xbox said Digital Foundry the same thing. Oh, you said hype up your games like Hellblade 2. Instead, you have your fans here begging for PlayStation games too. Quality games are always the answer to all your issues, but now you have the fans wondering about your games, leaving us sleeping and crying into tissues. Oh, Xbox, it's hard being green.
It's hard, man.
But we are done to you. We stuck through
Or do they scrap it? Do you think that they have it in their budget based on some of the stuff that's going on? They got the budget situation going on. You have a report.
Instead, you have your fans.
See, this year that could show off what they're doing. What do you think? PS5 Pro in the fall or nay?
Hit that friggin' like button, grinders! They're still learning. I'm sorry, they're still learning. You can't get upset if Phil's still learning. He's still learning. But there it is. I just can't believe that they don't have a risk. I can't believe they're gonna let this runway go. It's just amazing. Like this, and my thing is, this is all seriousness here. And my thing is that them not having some sort of project name. I thought they were gonna at least come out with some project name. The fact that they're not trying to kind of embrace the Series X or kind of hype that back up again or do something with it, and just giving Sony this runway with this PS5 Pro uncontested without any kind of project. Because remember, they went ahead, Project Scorpio, Project Scarlet. Microsoft was talking about project names a year before Sony even admitted the PS5 existed. Microsoft committed the Project Scarlet, the E3 before, and then at that show, in the game show in December, Jeff Keighley's show, named it from Project Scarlet to Xbox Series X. Sony never confirmed the PS5 until the summer of the following year. They had them playing with magnets in February. That video. Microsoft was beating ahead of Sony at all. Same thing with the One X. Sony had the PS4 Pro. It was Project Neo. The specs were leaked, but Sony never officially marketed or did the show. What, 8 years ago? That was Cerny's thing. Microsoft talked about Project Scorpio at the E3 in June. It wasn't until Sony admitting 2 months or so later the PS4 Pro existed. It was alluded to as Project Neo, but Microsoft already called their thing officially Project Scorpio and talked about VR. Sony just said we got VR. That was it. But their PS4 Pro wasn't confirmed until later on when Cerny came out. So the fact that they're letting them do this uncontested without any kind of Project Xbox, Project PHILNESS, or anything like that is pretty wild. And also they're putting their games on PlayStation, which is another wild thing that really it's like uncontested. And in seriousness, I think that this is them just conceding to the whole console space. Like they will put out consoles, the stripper Xbox, stripper glitters. They'll put out iterations of the Series X and S, but I really think their next console, their next series console is going to be something different. They're going to try to pull what Nintendo did. I think what they're trying to do is pull a Nintendo. They are going to try to shift their market to this mobile play anywhere type market. And that's why a portable Xbox or something like that, they're not competing with the console under the TV. That's your Series X, your Series S. We'll iterate on those. Maybe they make them version 2s more powerful and just kind of add shit to that. But I don't think that they are really trying to compete with this Pro at all. And they're going to do this uncontested and either move people to PC or move them off to some mobile platform that they're going to do. And I just really think that this really it's leaving a lot of Xbox fans kind of like sitting there going, no response. Like, we have nothing here, like even a portable, like nothing. Unless Microsoft pulls a fast one and in Tokyo Game Show announces Project Portable. You know, they may be slick like that. And that will be like in the Tokyo market and in the Japanese market where they have a portable Xbox. Maybe that's their push. Like, hey, if I get that right, that's a stretch right there because nobody leaked that shit. That's just me just thinking. You know, if you're going to go Tokyo, maybe they come out with a project name. Because I said this back in January. Well, my predictions for this year, I said, like, I thought Microsoft was going to at least have something to be in the conversation when the PS5 Pro is announced. See you, Matty Beast. Thanks for coming, man. Hit that like button on your way out. But you're right, Josh. It doesn't matter because they don't have the games. Like Janky Jones on a portable device, it don't matter. And the games that they're marketing have nothing to do with Japan. But the thing is that a portable device, but then they got cloud. See, that's Microsoft's all over the place. But I just can't believe that they don't have any kind. They've had it ever since the project name. And this really, if they let this go uncontested, it's a straight runway for Sony now on this PS5 Pro. Like, hey, they're gonna have everything. They're gonna saturate the market. They're gonna be like, hey, you got your PlayStation 5 and you got your Pro if you want it. And the Pro is not something too that's gonna have to fly off shelf. So like all these people that may go, nobody's gonna buy it. It's priced so high. Get ready, all the pocket watches are already out there. Oh, what would you do if it's $700? So don't buy it then. Buy a PlayStation 5 instead. No skin off their back, right? That's it. That's it. Just go buy a PlayStation 5. Like, you're not going to... I'm not buying a PS5 Pro. I'm going to go buy an Xbox. Why? Nobody's making that kind of decision. It's like, oh, I won't buy a Pro, but I'll get the PS5 instead. Like, you know, that's the conversation. So don't buy a PS5 Pro. Just get a PS5 Slim. There you go. But nobody's like, oh, don't buy a PS5 Pro. Buy a Series S. It's like, no, get the fuck out. Nobody's buying that shit. But that's what they're going to make you try to think. They're going to make you try to think like, oh, don't buy. The Pro is unnecessary. So then just buy a PlayStation. Oh, no, buy an. Why would you buy an Xbox? Nobody's having that conversation. That's it. And Microsoft not having any kind of hardware response to this stuff is pretty crazy. And if they drop GTA 6 with that PS5 Pro kind of marketing thing, it's going to be wild. True Virgil, that friggin' pre-order page is on PlayStation. It's crazy, that Indiana Jones thing. Dude, they're pushing... That game doesn't have a friggin' release date in spring, and they're hyping up Indiana Jones in 2005. I've never seen so aggressive push for a game that we have no release date on the platform that they're hyping it for. Isn't that crazy? The PS5 that they're hyping it for, Indiana Jones, Janky Jones as we refer to him here, is hyped up so much by Xbox and their marketing and their pre-order and their final wish list on a game that doesn't have a release date. It's crazy. It's crazy. Meanwhile, the system that they got a friggin' release date on, it's like, December 6th, by the way, December 6th. It's crazy. No response. But people are going to think that pocket watches, all this stuff, its existence, it shouldn't be that much. Listen, we'll find that out when that thing happens. But when we see this thing, you don't have to, this is not meant to double PlayStation sales. That's what this is not. The Pro never did. The Pro was like 10% of whatever of the PlayStation install base. My problem is that they keep going up in price. And if you want more people to buy your console, why don't you go down in price? Like, look at what happened with the PSVR 2. It stalled out, and then boom, they dropped it down to $350, and it was getting sold out everywhere. Like, I don't know why. And then I just saw the controllers went up. I just don't understand. Oh, True Virgil, please. Don't bet your life on Janky Jones. Mark my words. Oh, please. Go back to Redfall. It'll be a hit. You know, and you want to know what, True Virgil? Let me tell you something. If we can mark your words and Indiana Jones is a hit, guess what? Because Microsoft decided to release this game in December, it won't get any recognition if it is a hit. Because the awards have gone, any kind of incredible thing, it's gone. And try good luck if it comes up next year. And maybe that's what they're banking on, releasing it on the PS5 in the spring, maybe make it a contender for next year. But the problem is the way they released it, even if Indiana Jones is a hit, any kind of recognition or Microsoft getting awards for a game that may be a hit, which I don't think so. Not from what we saw. I don't think so. They put it in a place for it to fail. December. The ass end of the end of the month. For what? The sake of Game Pass? Have a game in December? You put Indiana Jones, a big IP, or some no name.
You're my number one customer.
You slap that thing right next to friggin' Thanksgiving. You make that a holiday game. You put it in December. I don't think so. Janky Jones. JP Loco with the 2. He goes, I'm going to buy a Pro as a backup for the PS5 in case it dies. Hey, that's a good point too. Plus, like trading in. And my thing is to pre-order this stuff. And I'm sure we'll have another conversation later on this week, probably more so about this. But again, I'm not going to be super into the tech. To be honest, the teraflops, there may be some things that are interesting to see what this does. I'm interested to see if there's any kind of enhancements to the peripherals, any kind of emulation, if they got the PS3 thing in there or anything like that. And interesting to see what their upscaling is to how to make, maybe a game that they already have look better. That's about it. But like, as for like the RAMs and doubling this and the teraflops, like we've been burnt so hard before about this stuff, even with the PS5 itself. About, the 60 frames and this, and we could achieve up to 240 frames. That, you know what? You blow it out your ass. I'm sorry, Cerny. Dana Carvey. Like, I'm not being sold on all these deltas and shit like that tomorrow. So people are going to sit around, let's break this down to tech and compare it to the PC, fuck that. No, I'm not doing that shit. It's really a 4080 in the box. No, because we can't match that shit up. We can't. I just want to see what Sony's software, just to bring this full circle. See how AstroBot works with the PS5 and what it does for the immersion levels. Believe me, it doesn't have to have dismemberment and the most realistic textures in the world. But the way the software and the hardware work together is what I'm excited about. With the more technology and what Sony's first party is capable of doing, that with it, and that's the point. That's the whole and that's the big grace of a console. You get that you get that centralized one-stop shop of tech that they built and how their software utilizes that. First-party hardware with first-party software. And it should be peanut butter and jelly. That's the excitement of the console world. Yes, you'll get PC ports and these ports and running equivalents and looking like that, not looking as good. You'll get all that stuff, but that's not the reason. The reason is what exclusives and first-party can do by doing focused development on the hardware. And that's what I'm excited about. You're my number one customer. That's what I want to see. And the tech talk tomorrow will be interesting, but I want to know when I can get it. But most likely, most of all, I want to know what they're cooking. What are those games? And I've always wanted it because I'm excited to see what they're able to do with this hardware. And that's it. And as a gamer, that's the essence of this. That's the essence of everything. And if you're a console gamer, that's the creme de la creme. That's what you do. First party hardware, first party software. Nintendo does it. Sony does it. It's tough being green. They don't do it. They never threw their console a bone. That's why their console's not selling. And that's why they don't have an answer to this. Maybe they do. If they drop some sort of project name. It's just so crazy that not this time around. They didn't try to beat this out. Pause. They tried it. JP Loco with the 2. He goes, Virgil said Starfield was game of the year. How did that work out? Yo, he's playing shit in space? Oh, shit. Ulin TV says if Microsoft made AstroBot, it would have ran at 30 frames. Ulin TV, if you're not subscribed here, we call it
Avowed is juicy 30 frames.
When we talk about 30 frames per second, we have to talk about juicy.
Juicy. Juicy. Juicy. Juicy 30 frames per second. Juicy 30. Juicy 30. Juicy on that bitch Xbox. Juicy.
It's juicy.
Avowed is juicy 30 frames.
Juicy. Yeah. Juicy. it's juicy 30 frames. Quote from an Xbox developer, Avowed is juicy 30 frames. So hit that subscribe button if you're new here. But yeah, Lulu TV is a juicy 30 frames, please. Juicy. That's it. Doctor says he's finished. Dude, yo, the unknown, man. That's the Gaming Grindhouse. We got music for everything. We have entertainment, voiceovers, voice this. It's a one-man show. Do it all. Hit that like button, share it out, grinders, and subscribe if you're new. We're on our way to 3,000 if you haven't subscribed here. Like what you hear. It's fun. It's entertaining. It's all about gaming and all the craziness of the Twitters, as usual. And we have some good-ass music, if I don't say so myself. There we go. But yeah, we will see. Oh, shit. He said Microsoft showed off their tech already, the Fire Stick. Oh, shit.
25.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Phil Spencer walked out there. He said, streaming.
I can go directly to Black Nuts.
Oh, man. What about Black Nuts Cloud, Phil? You missed them. You got to take care of those nuts. You missed them. And more. I said and more. Let's see. Kanji, thanks for following me over on the Twitters. So-called Twitters. But yeah. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah. Yeah. And again, they're going to be, it's going to be a little bit of salt and bitterness tomorrow after this thing, because this thing now is officially, officially going to be announced. And there's definitely going to be some sort of hostility to the whole existence of this thing. Who needs it? Xbox don't want, and it's because Xbox is not doing it. Holy shit! Holy shit! Baldante with the 20s! 20 gifted members! He brought them all in the house! Holy shit! He said, come into the Gaming Grindhouse fires! Delta Victor! Yo, thank you so much, Baldante. I really appreciate it, man. Holy shit. Zoinks! The Ruum. B-Dog. Noob of Games. Welcome. AK247. Yuzu. High Tech Dreams. Caesar G. Man. I Love Prawn. Jay Shanks. Welcome. Use those emojis, man. Black Metal Gamer in the house. D Roof. DT Roof. Kevin Logan. Hit those. Use those emojis, baby. Flex that membership. And also, if you got a membership tonight, I got there's extra videos for you guys, members only videos of some tech that I looked at with some retro gaming. Check those out. Plus, you also have some new songs that I've released for the VIP grinders. Ultimate grinders get it all, and they get the day one. So if you want to upgrade, you go upgrade to Ultimate grinders, get all that kick-ass music that you hear here on the show. But I also have some that I released too for the VIPs as well. So check out those songs, and also check out some of the member videos that I did with some reviewing some tech there. I did some Ask the Gaming Grindhouse, and I plan to do another one in a week or so. That one. So enjoy your membership, and we'll do some special for the members too, and then we'll do something really special when we hit those 3,000. But thank you again, Baldante, bringing them into the Gaming Grindhouse with the warm fires of the emojis. But yes, it all comes your way. That's right. Oh shit. Yo, Dave Hack, we got it's the Trump-Harris debate tomorrow and the goddamn PlayStation showcase. It's David, it's not a showcase. It's a Mark Cerny Tech Talk. That's what it is. Oh, overheating rumors, Ryan says. Holy shit. Yeah, shoot out some questions, Grinders. We're going to do some more as we tail up this thing, because, yeah, like, what do you think? Like, that's it. I've been talking. Let's see what the Grinders got to say. Grinders, what do you think tomorrow is? And what, you going to get a pro? Hey, I should use the goddamn things. The poll. This is the, Grinders, we're going to have you guys get a, before we even do, I'm going to say, are you getting, there we go. I should put this line there before. Are you getting a PS5 Pro? I'm going to say, now let's see. I got a couple in here. I'm going to add a new auction. There we go. So here's the question. Are you getting a PS5 Pro? Ready, go. And we're going to see who else is in here. I'm going to start there's the poll right there. There we go, Grinders. Let's ask some questions. What do you think about this? The Grinders been going crazy. We got all the new members in here. Digital Dude 25 with the 5. He goes, just got off the phone with Phil Spencer. Oh, shit, he got off the phone with Phil Spencer. We got some insiders here in the Grindhouse. Told you, when we approach 300, he got...
Phil Spencer!
Oh, shit, Digital Dude. That's what happened? He said he sounded excited to relaunch Forza Horizon 5 with the PS5 Pro. Oh, shit. Phil's making sure they have a great lineup. That's what he says. He's like, make sure. He's making sure there's a Minecraft PS5 version. He's making sure everything's good with them. JP Logo with the 2. He goes, grabbing a couple of buckets for all my Z-Bot oily tears. Oh, shit. Now, they're going to be pocket watches, dude. Everybody's going to be watching the price. Remember, it was $60, $70 greedy Sony, all this other shit. Hey, man. Yo, King Manuel guys, AstroBot control. Yo, I did the unboxing. That thing is freaking awesome. And the fact that they replicated that in the game when you're playing it, it's so cool having that controller in your hand and seeing it perfectly replicated in the game, that you use it. It's really cool. The Day of the Tears. Yeah. Well, you know what? The thing is like, you remember remember when Phil came, it was like, well, what does this say? What did he say here? Be on power or price. What did he say? Phil Spencer's like, we'll never be outdone on power and price. Here we go. Oh, see, he says projects. Oh man, we talk about some PHILNESS Grinders. Oh man, you just could find this stuff. Incredible. Hit that freaking like button, Grinders. Hit that freaking like button, because look at this. This quote, again, aged like rotten milk. Phil Spencer, Xbox chief, says Project Scarlet will not be out of position on power or price. Oh, no.
We ain't found shit.
Oh, Phil Spencer, not like this.
Great ass.
Oh. No.
Them that beauty blues
Oh.
probably have gone cold, and you made Xbox lose their way with Halo.
Oh, no.
Stinky tears and spreading gold. Trash finger strikes again.
Oh, man, Phil, not like this. Oh, man.
Very come day into this. A bump in the road comes, and she be sarcastic. I won't be coming back until Saturday when you leave. She's gonna try to stop me, but she can't run in those little high heels. Never see this face again.
Oh, Phil, not like this. Oh, no, and the quote gets even worse. Microsoft isn't going to repeat the mistakes of the Xbox One with the next generation console. Remember, Project Scarlet is the Series X. So tomorrow, it'll be out done on power. Shit. Phil didn't think they were going to do a mid-gen? Phil, think. Oh, no. Microsoft isn't going to repeat its mistakes from the Xbox One with the next generation consoles. Quote, I will say a learning. Oh, shit. Oh,
Anything that
no.
we're doing with our content, with our, our cloud
man.
and community.
We are learning from the Xbox One generation is that we will not be out of position on power or price. If you remember the beginning of this generation, we were $100 more expensive, and yes, we were less powerful. And we started Project Scarlet with the leadership team in place with a goal of having market success.
Oh no! We suck again!
PHILNESS.
Oh.
About console is it's your highest value gamer. It's your person who plays the most, they buy the most.
Oh, man.
Okay, so maybe still exclusive though.
The game is available on so many different places where people can
Oh, Phil. Phil, we need the flute. Phil, the bullshit again. Get that flute out here. It's flute time. Wait till you see my bassoon. Oh, man, Phil, play that flute. Oh, the flute just gets bigger and bigger. Oh, shit, the big one's coming out. Oh, Phil, no. Not like this. Oh. Oh, God.
It was a disaster, Ryan.
Oh.
It was
a disaster.
It was a disaster, Ryan.
A train wreck.
It was
disaster.
It was a disaster, Ryan.
Man, Phil Spencer. You will be out of position tomorrow. Cerny is a Cerninator. He's getting ready. The Cerninators. Oh, shit. The Cerninator's getting ready. Man. Oh, no. It gets worse. Phil! Quote, we had the discussion years ago. Do we want to do another generation? Yes. We do think there will be multiple generations ahead of us. So we're going all in. We're all in on Project Scarlet, and I want to compete. And I want to compete in the right ways, which is why we're focused on crossplay and backwards compatibility. Oh, no.
Great circle.
Oh, no, Phil. It just gets worse and worse. Oh, no. Oh, no. And then he pressed Phil Spencer several times on rumors of 2 consoles. Whether there'll be a lineup of S's and X's and Project Scarlet. He says, quote, we'll talk about the SKU lineup and how it works. I think the root principle of we don't want to confuse people. We share that. Oh, no, Phil. No. Oh, shit, it gets worse. Oh, man, head slapping. No. Oh, my God, it has to be done. He has to be done. Oh, man. Oh. Let's see. What? We're doing xCloud and other things, but it'll have to be full experiences. That would mean not individual titles like Minecraft Forza on Halo appearing on Stadia, but it would have to be the ability to offer everything that's Xbox. It's hard to think about these things going on platforms that are more closed than at the scale of open platforms of phones and PCs out there today. Oh, shit. He's put his games on PlayStation, a closed platform. Oh, my God. No, Phil, not like this. What a disaster. What a train wreck. November 2019. Oh, God. Putting his games on closed platforms. It has to be the full Xbox experience, he said. Oh, shit. Dude, I just hit the Googles and I got a whole friggin' article of PHILNESS. Dude, this shit just flows. He's still learning. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Cerny is about to fucking laser beam his ass. He's talking about the fridge business. Oh, no. Oh, man. He said he wanted to compete. He said he wanted to compete. Oh, not like this, Phil. Oh man, grinders. This is the bonus. Still learning, Jesus. Fail upwards. This is wild. There's just so many things wrong with all the stuff that he said in this article. It is crazy. Did he not think that Sony was going to do... Like, Sony just laid out the same thing that they just did. They did a Pro. They did VR. They're basically repeating exactly the cadence that they did in the PS4. They just were off by a year because last year would have been the PS5 Pro release, like the same year as VR. So they just skipped a year. But, man, he really was running around thinking that Sony wasn't going to do like a... And what's crazy... Damn, Phil, no, he still was outdone with performance and price. Because his console, the same price of PS5 managed to outperform about 90% of the time. And it was always a bug or a glitch on Xbox. Incredible. Now it's no console required. It's crazy. That's right, Kratos, your song. Holy crap. Let's see the show. So anyway, Grinders, we'll shoot the shit the last couple of minutes. You know, if there's anything, what do you think about tomorrow? But yo, it's gonna change the dynamic. And I'm telling you right now, the Xbox fans are not gonna like it because now whatever they're clamoring onto, the most powerful console, which that had died out a long time ago, but like they are now just Janky Jones. We got AstroBot flowing in, just coming out of the blue. Like, you know, Boom said, they don't have any big first-party game. Dude, they just dropped one. Just boom, there it is, AstroBot done. After having the most disastrous launch of Concord, they fixed it. But for funding everybody, it doesn't exist. Here's the quality. We're back. And here's our Pro. And here's our lineup of games that are coming, starting with Death Stranding 2. Let's go. And dude, how does Microsoft even be relevant in this? How did they even stay as part of this conversation? And then on top of that, if it is a portable Xbox that they're going to try to counter this with or be part of the conversation, the Switch 2 is coming out. The most popular console is having a sequel. And all of the library of Switch games, which is friggin' huge, is going to go with you on the Switch 2. Oh my God, like it is, they got Xbox in a corner without any food and getting stomped out. Like this is the worst. And what are you going to do? Shop around Janky Jones and Perfect Doc whenever, Perfect Help? And Fable whenever the fuck? Like what are you doing? Janky Jones in December? It's not even on Xbox. They're hyping up spring. They'll be lined up with the Switch. It'd be Janky Jones coming to the Switch and PlayStation 5 and make holy shit. And Janky Jones, who? I don't understand it. They are out of position. Will not be out of position. Dude, you are not even, you're out of position. You're out of the game. You're not even in position. In position means you're on the field with the team and we're just in the wrong spot. You're in the fucking parking lot. You have put yourself in such a corner right now. I don't know what to say. But they won't admit it. The Xbox group won't admit it. Some will. And they get all that extra hate from people that just hate. They don't like Xbox. They just hate PlayStation. And that's what it is. That's why they say they'll get out of gaming if Xbox leaves. That's ridiculous. What kind of gamer are you? Is Xbox offering that incredible games that if they leave, you're done with gaming? What? What about all the PC and Switch and PlayStation games? And you're really done with gaming because Xbox left? Dude, they've been left. If that's the case, you should have been done with gaming 2 years ago, 4 years ago. Craziness. Insane. The demand, and that's what it is, Ryan. And that's the thing that gets me so crazy about this stuff is that if you are an Xbox fan, the biggest problem Xbox has are the people that you celebrate, the management. Of all the people that you should be celebrating the people that make the games or the franchises you love for Xbox. But instead, you celebrate Dodo Head. And he's the one that has drove this thing into the ground. Him and Booty Cheeks. Sarah's fine. We'll leave her alone. But man, she's drinking that juice. And Phil won't let her talk by herself. He has to be there. But the thing they celebrate, the people they celebrate are the ones who destroyed the brand. That's the thing. These Phil Spencer lovers and all this other shit. Like, dude, that's you celebrating the wrong people. Celebrate the people that make the games that you love. Not the executives that make the decisions that to drive this shit into the ground. That are still learning, that are pivoting, that talk marketing spews like this shit. And don't even know what the hell they're talking about. Just trying to just say shit to say shit. Dude, you just search Google and completely 180 this whole thing. This article, I just randomly found this one. Like, I remember him saying that. I forgot he said that about the Project Scarlet. What's up, RPG, man? How you doing, man? I forgot that he said that about Scarlet. And talk about now we're not going to be out of position on power or price. Dude, you're releasing a friggin' Series X with no new modifications to it, with stripper glitter on it and a little bit of hard drive for $600. When you could buy a PS5 and throw a 4 terabyte in there. You could throw in a terabyte. You could throw in a terabyte for $100. An SSD. Even cheaper than that. You're putting out one out there, $600, about the price, and you didn't even make it. You didn't even do a slim. Sony even did a redesign. We forget about that, but Sony completely redesigned the PS5 with a slimmer model. Microsoft didn't even do a slim Series X. They didn't slim that box down. Make it look like a tower. They didn't even slim their Xboxes already. Sony already went through a whole slim and redesign last year. And now they're doing their Pro. Like, they're following the same cadence of the previous generation. And Microsoft's the one that's like, yo, here are 2 of them. Crazy.
You're my #1 customer.
It's insane. JB Logo with the 5. Thank you so much, man. He goes, if they're willing to leave, if Xbox does, they will never worry about gaming to begin with. Amen to that one, man. Yeah, that's what gets me. And I'm like, and they have the gaming. I'm like, really? That makes no friggin' sense. Like, I don't understand that. Yeah, there you go. Mr. Grimm says the 4 terabyte storage and his future PS5 Pro. No, what you could do, you could trade in your other PlayStation. You could pull out that SSD and just put it in the new PlayStation. All your games are already on it. They're swappable. I've done that with my other PlayStations. I just took the SSD out and you put it in another PlayStation and it just reads the games. You're done. It works with the SSD and it works with external drives. It's crazy. It's great. It works great. I'm even thinking too that they may even talk about streaming. I think streaming is going to be a big thing from this. Like maybe you could stream at 1440p instead of 1080p 60. Maybe 1440p 60. Maybe you could play your Portal and stream a game from PlayStation, because you're not allowed to stream anything like you have to download everything. So maybe this thing will have more bandwidth or more capabilities of having a better connection to the portal to utilize any kind of packet forwarding or something like that. I don't know. But I'm just seeing what the enhancements might be to the peripherals that you own already. That will be interesting too. And possibly there are rumors too that there may be a new version 2 of the DualSense that has a longer battery life. That's another thing that is there, which makes no sense why they would increase the DualSense now if they plan on releasing a DualSense version 2. But that's another thing out there. There was one that was released, leaked on Best Buy about a version 2 that had a longer battery life on there. So, yeah, but the screwdriver and yeah, that whole thing. And I really think that it's going to be the same design, just like, it'll be a thicker middle part. Pause on that one. And, it'll use the same panels as that. That's the reason why how they just went to the slim design. So let's close this poll out, grinders. And if they ask any questions, you feel free to ask in the Gaming Grindhouse. Holy crap. And wow, we got a lot of grinders in here. Look at this poll. 86 votes. About half of the live viewers here. Are you getting a PS5 Pro? 83% said yes. 12% said no. And we found you. No Xbox for life. 3%. So there you go. We definitely have Xbox fans in the chat. So I appreciate your honesty, Xbox fans. And, I want it all to do well. That's my thing. I'm sure. I'm talking to the Xbox fans who listen to this show, if you do. And you don't want to kind of say you do. But let me tell you something. I know. You want Xbox to respond to this. You want Cerny to get his ass slapped. You want Microsoft to do the same thing. You do. Xbox forever. I do. That's why I'm in shock, because I know you have the same question. How the hell are you going to let Sony go uncontested with this shit? How are you going to let Cerny go up there, talk his shit, and you're not going to have a response? I know you feel that way, and you probably can't. And I see people on Twitter, that have Xbox channels that want to be kind of complaining about things, and they get destroyed because the fan base is just so anti everything else pro Xbox that they can't even talk about it. And I remember when I was doing that, because I faced the music, dude. When I was just when I broke off of it, I'm not touting no line. I'm sick of this shit. And I turned it into a joke. And then I was angry for a long time. I was angry. Grinds my gears. That's what I was doing. And I was pissed. And people were like, why are you mad? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No, it's not. I showed you some classic Grindhouse clips. I was pissed. I was like what Tim Dog was doing. I was like, yo, I gave them tons of money. I invested in their platform. I believed in them. I believed in the vision. I believed in what they were going to deliver the goods. And they didn't. And I denied because I wasn't playing the other stuff because I was invested in that ecosystem. I thought they were going to deliver, and they just abandoned it. I was ticked off. Now I turned them into a friggin' joke, because that's what they are now. They're a joke. They've become a clown. They become a source of entertainment and clownery because they don't know what it is. They have no clue what they want to do, and they've pivoted so many times and talked out their ass. Now they're my entertainment, and they're your entertainment as well. And that's, oh shit, he's X-Zone says he wants a Concord remake PS5 Pro bundle. Oh shit. But I'm gonna tell you something. Those Concord controls are gonna be those things are gonna be awesome, man. Try to go find them. They're gonna be like a relic. But yeah, I was just ticked off, and be like, negative Nancy, why wait till Xbox does better. What are you gonna talk about then? Like shit. Dude, that was 6 years ago. Hey, I'm still here.
Great circle
is
growing up to 3,000, dude. Hey, recruiting more and more grinders that realize that they jerked them around for all these years. Come here to the Gaming Grindhouse. Let's laugh at them. Stupid executives. But it's hard. And the thing is that they build audiences on, just die hard. They want to hear everything like shit that they get run. And hey, it's hard when they don't have the games to celebrate. And it became talking about everything else. And I've always said it's too much about everything but the games. Oh, it's the most power. Oh, it's Phil Spencer. Oh, look what he said. Oh, he's getting Japan games. Oh, they're buying publishers. Dude, if Microsoft didn't buy these publishers over the last 2 years, like they would have been completely not even in gaming talk. But because they were making all these acquisitions, that's where they kept themselves in the news. And now that all these acquisitions are done and they wound up putting more games on PlayStation after they spent $80 billion, it's a shock to them all. And they don't know how to spin it. Like, I don't know. It's just 4 games. And now, Sony got the games. They got more hardware. They did a portal when Microsoft's still trying to figure out. It's crazy. I never feel sorry for the companies anyway. Fuck the companies. Jim Ryan, Herman's, I don't care about them. Just like you used a quote from, what was it? Bronx Tale. When he's like, you celebrate what you celebrate Mickey Mantle? Mickey Mantle don't pay your fucking bills. Like, you know what I mean? Well, you celebrating? You don't pay your bills. Like, remember that? When Sonny tells Claude, you know? You don't pay your bills. A working man. Like, yeah, that's why you sell Phil Spencer, dude. He don't give a shit. That's why he runs around. Dude even mocks himself. Oh, yeah, I got Twitter fired today. Or I get paid more for what I do. Dude, make these jokes about him getting fired. And go do that tomorrow, your job. You got to have steel balls to go walking around talking like that in public. They're all cartoon characters. But you do. They left it at your place like it was a Ouija board. What are you talking about? Mr. Grimm. What is Grimm? Mr. Grimm said, true story. My friend bought over his Series S and left it at my house. He hasn't asked for it back yet. It's been almost a year. Dude, he said he left it like a Ouija board. Oh, shit. Oh, man. He brought it over. He left it. Dude, it's not Yo, he put a camera in it. Be careful. The PHILNESS camera. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think so. Like, you know, when he leaves, like, I think. And the other thing, too, is that he's not even using Sarah Bond to kind of carry his message. Like, he don't let Booty or Sarah talk, like, by themselves or like, Booty give an update on games, like, the Booty updates or nothing. Don't. You don't. He has to be there, front and center, on every interview. Story time, Phil, and then and accessories to his learning is Sarah and Booty. Meanwhile, Phil is the CEO. Phil should be sitting up there with Satya and having Booty and Sarah Bond the hardware, Matt Booty the software, and basically them be at these shows and interviews and updates on Xbox and updates on the software games. And like Sarah and Booty need to take over. Phil got to get that. Like he's still like just talking. Dude, you have a seat at the table next to Satya. Get the fuck out of here. Why are you here signing tramp stamps? Like, you've been the CEO of game. Like, get out of there. Why isn't Booty and Sarah, like, talking? Why aren't they, hey, give me Xbox updates. I'm here to talk about some Xbox hardware. No. It's always him. He's like, move out of the way, Sarah. I got to talk. Like, you just sit there and agree with me. Man, Booty, you don't say anything about games, I'll talk about them. He's not passing the torch to expand the business and grow and show new faces and fresh new takes or updates of the people that do the job. Matt Booty sees the games, apparently. Talk about Fable. You got your hands on. But Phil got to be there, man. No, Matt Booty, don't talk about the games. Don't talk about the... Like, he has to be there, like the check person. It's pretty crazy. He won't let somebody take his shadow. He won't anybody take his spot. He has to be there talking about it. And, you know, Herman had something to say to him.
No, you like to look at yourself on television, you sick son of a bitch. So look at this.
Oh, shit. Herman had something to say to Phil. You like to look at yourself on TV. And And that's the thing. Cut the head off the snake, right, Josh? That's right. He passed on all the good games. I made a lot of mistakes. Dude, his story time with Phil Spencer was supposed to be inspirational. It told us what a fool he was. Isn't that crazy? Like, story time, publicly sitting there at PAX, story time with Phil. He picked out the topics, too. He's like Homelander. Dude, he is like Homelander. Phil-lander. Oh, shit. Phil-lander. Oh, we got another one. Hashtag Phil-lander. But, like, seriously. He went story time with Phil, and all the quotes were like, oh, I made a lot of mistakes. Phil, why did you choose Destiny? Well, I could have had an exclusive. Phil, oh, this wasn't on the list. Guitar Hero, I missed out on that one too. It's like, holy shit, shut up. Stop talking. Stop it. Shu did the story time. It was great. Dude, Phil Spencer story time. It was showing how incompetent he is. Phil, why did you put Destiny? Oh, I talk about how it was exclusive and it wasn't. Oh, and I forgot to tell Guitar Hero was another game I missed out. Holy shit, Phil. Stop talking. What the fuck? Next emoji. Next emoji. We got to get that emoji. There it is. The Xbox Ninjas. But anyway, what a friggin' show, grinders. I want to thank you again. And we're going to cash out. Yo, I appreciate the freelance chat at the end, just shooting the shit. This is what we do here at Gaming Grindhouse. You never know what's coming. That's why you always want to catch it live. So hit that notification button. Oh, man. No, True Virgil. Phil just doesn't know. He doesn't have a filter. He needs to get out of there. Stop talking. But anyway, grinders, that PS5 Pro is coming tomorrow. It will be out of... It's coming. It's coming. Grinders, don't let me say it. Let the Grindhouse Jam Records say it. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Let's get to 3,000. VIPs in the house. We're at that emoji. Hopefully YouTube updates and we get that emoji. And we don't have the VIPs drop again. But we should have enough for that emoji. It'll be in the Gaming Grindhouse. And hit that like button and keep it locked here. We're going to cover tomorrow's thing as well. And grinders, it's coming. Get ready. Hype music.
Cerny going to walk out and flex those bars of knowledge. SSD 2.0 bitch. PlayStation upscaling and sound. It's coming, bitch. PS5 Pro.
Hit that like, grind, and subscribe.
Console in the town, gamers gather round. SSD so fast it flies, PlayStation reaching for the skies. Cerny drops that tech, flexing specs with no regret. Graphics sharp and clear, feel the excitement near. PS5 Pro is coming, feel that heart rate drumming. I'm scaling on the scene, PlayStation Dream Machine. Sounds so crisp and bright, bringing games to life. My controller in my hand, taking over the land. Next-gen gaming flow, PS5 Pro is the show. Loading time disappears, welcome to new frontiers. PS5 Pro is coming, feel that heart rate drumming. I'm scaling on the scene, PlayStation Dream Machine.
It's coming. 25. It's coming. 25. It's coming.
Cerny drops that tech. Flexing specs with no regret. Graphics sharp and clear.
Great bitches.
Feel the excitement near. Feel that heart rate drumming. I'm scaling on the scene, PlayStation Dream Machine.
25.
It's coming.
Smash them. Great circle. Bitches. This December.
Thanks again, grinders. Good night. Tip your waiters. Have a safe drive home. Talk to you guys later.